game show moments, rare and uncensored. The most outrageous game show moments. NBC next.
Doesn't she have pretty nipples? Pretty dimples there?
Please help me, I'm falling!
You are right!
Most of the electricity in your home flows from the blank to the what?
From the plug to the vibrator.
During what months of pregnancy does a woman begin to look pregnant?
September.
Well, hi, everybody. Welcome to the most outrageous game show moments. You know, watching people win money on television can really be pretty entertaining. But watching them, well, come up a little short, hey, that's where the fun really begins.
After all, almost anyone can walk into a game show and win some cash. Hey, that's easy. But it takes a real pro to create a moment that goes down in game show history. And we've got all those moments and more tonight.
You're right, Peter. The intense pressure of game show competition can often push average people to heights of dazzling intellect and mental agility. Of course, you won't be seeing any of that tonight.
No.
No, instead, we've had a staff of researchers working around the clock, screening every hour of game show footage that's ever aired to bring you the best of the not-so-best answers you've ever heard. Right, Rookie?
It's Ben. James Ben.
Sorry.
These are the people that didn't walk away with a brand new car, didn't go to the Tournament of Champions, didn't even get a set of press-on nails for things. Here's a little taste of what we're talking about.
Real or fictional? Name a famous Willie.
Willie the Pooh?
If I can make it there, I'd make it anywhere. What city are we talking about? Jimmy?
Phoenix.
Name something that comes in pairs. Fred.
Bananas. Oh, God.
Who are the three cartoon mascots of Rice Krispies cereal?
Crispy Crunch.
Snap, crackle, and pop!
What notorious actress held us spellbound in her last role as Golda Meir? Josh.
Tori Spelling?
Name something you might buy that could turn out to be phony. Yeah,
A horse.
Things is the category this time. Kareem.
Miners and hoes.
No.
Something you squeeze.
Peanut butter.
In what country will your husband say the last foreign car he rode in was manufactured? Fran?
The United States?
That's not a foreign country.
Texas.
Texas!
We asked 100 people to name a famous author. Kenny?
Shakespeare.
Arthur Shakespeare.
Cuckoo blank.
Cuckoo, Friend, and Ollie.
How many wheels does a unicycle have?
2.
1. In pop music, complete the name of Madonna's concert tour in 1990. Blonde what?
Tart.
Ambition.
Name a tradition associated with Christmas. Debbie.
Hanukkah.
Name the 1944 film in which a young Elizabeth Taylor wins a horse in a raffle and trains it to race. J.
National Geographic.
Girls, if your husband were a bachelor again, would the first girl he'd call for a date be someone where he works, someone in your neighborhood, or one of your friends? Michelle?
Probably a friend.
One of your friends?
Yes.
Oh.
But does it necessarily, it has to be a girl, right?
people, your time starts now.
A group of pill pushers?
This is Wheel of Fortune, Joe! You know, the general public is much sharper than what you've seen so far. And I'll prove it right now. Ryan Louise, how many days are in a typical year?
356.
Whose face is on the Susan B. Anthony dollar?
Oh, dear. I don't know.
The coast of California faces what ocean?
The one on that side?
Who was president of the United States before Bill Clinton became our president?
Oh, this is a political thing.
Finish the line to the famous saying, "Give me liberty or give me..."
Liberty.
No. In what city would you find the Eiffel Tower?
Eiffel Tower would be New York. Eiffel Tower? New York. New York.
I give up. Maybe you better watch this instead.
Name an invention that has replaced stairs.
The wheel.
Name of the dog in Peter Pan. Tim.
Wendy.
It was Nana.
Name something normally worn only by children. Michael.
Clothes.
In 1881, Louis Pasteur developed a vaccine for the prevention of what sheep and cow disease? Dave.
What is cowpox?
Oh. It has to be turned around so the audience can read.
Any part of the body beginning with the letter N.
Knee.
I'm gonna solve.
Well, go ahead.
Armadillo and Laredo, Texas.
Name something you might accidentally leave on all night.
Yes. Your shoes.
I hope you won't take this the wrong way, Kenneth, but you are weird.
Something you wouldn't try even once. Matthew.
Sex on a train.
If a Japanese Isha, doctor, asks you to stick out your shita, he means this. Per Gunnar.
What's your behind?
Oh, no.
Name an animal with 3 letters in its name.
Alligator.
Event is our category. It's worth $1,000. Greg.
An ace of kidneys.
Name a question such as, how old are you? Yeah.
18.
No.
I'm not 18.
You're not?
No.
You certainly fooled me. Just a second. I'm going to read the question. Name a question such as, how old are you? That you might answer with a lie.
I would say 50. Did I understand it right?
No, sweet Elizabeth.
I didn't understand it.
I want you to give us another question that you might lie. Dad, chance for you.
I would say I'm 39.
What will your husband say is his favorite condiment?
Oh, I would say his pool table upstairs, definitely.
Annette?
I never heard that word before neither, so I said karate school.
Coming up next, we're going to check out some of the all-time raciest things that have ever been uttered on national television. And trust me, you don't want to miss this.
They won't let you put any of that crazy stuff on TV.
Oh, Ben, they will. Actually, you can say all types of things on TV nowadays.
No
No Welcome back to the most outrageous game show moments. You know, one thing I learned on the dating game is that a lot of people on game shows have one thing on their minds, but they just can't come right out and say it. That's when a little thing called innuendo comes in handy. And I'm here with a fellow expert on innuendo, Bob Eubanks. Bob, what is innuendo?
Well, innuendo is saying something that sounds innocent, but it has a second meaning that's not very innocent at all. We did that all the time on the Newlywed Game.
Let's show you what we mean. Give me the definition of the word innuendo.
Unending?
That is the capital of Greece.
It's an Italian pastry.
The end of the end.
Something that happens in bed.
I know that one.
Oh,
it's
you do?
Greek suppository.
How long will your husband say his inseam is? Nina?
7 inches?
7 inches.
This in the middle of my hair is part. Stretch it out.
Partner.
And I give good.
In the Shakespearean play King Lear, King Lear had 3 of them: Goneril, Cordelia, and Regan. Who were they? King Lear had Goneril?
Arthur blank. You got Arthur Miller, Arthur Murray, and Arthur Godfrey. Do you want one of those, or do you want to choose one of your own? What came to your mind?
I don't have any.
You don't have any?
No.
I wouldn't say that.
Okay, girl number 2. These are my measurements. Now don't freak out. Biceps 22 inches, chest 57, waist 33, size 29. What do we have in common?
You get smaller as you go down.
Okay. By the way, this is not true.
Suppose I'm a sick Rose. What would you possibly do for me to make me better?
The first thing I would do for you is look at your stamp.
I'm sorry, you'd what?
I would look at your stamp.
You'd check my stamp?
Yes, sir. You have got to get a good, strong stamp if you're going to get a blossom at the top of it.
I'm kind of wondering where I take this from here.
If you were a detergent, what would your slogan be?
The harder you rub, the cleaner I come.
What is that small, cute thing?
Yeah?
What is that small, cute thing on... What is that small, cute thing on Cher? Just below her waist.
The small, cute thing just below Cher's waist.
Waist, yeah. What is it?
Sonny Bono.
Pliers are good for pulling things.
I'd like to see your tools someday.
Well, we make it together. I'd like to see your chest.
When Henry Kissinger recently visited Japan, he went to a geisha house. Now, how did he spend his time in the geisha house?
Oh, negotiating for peace.
There are a lot of things you're not supposed to say on television, and we're going to show you some of our favorites right now. But before we do, here are some things that surprisingly you can say on TV. Ben, if you would.
Oratory, penal code, shiitake mushroom, melon,
Ben.
Succulent,
Mr. Stein.
vacillate,
Sir.
rectory.
In the meantime, here are some things you definitely can't say on television.
Bueller, cummerbund.
Will humming help your tennis game?
This struck me funny. Will humming help my tennis game? Sure, why not? It takes your mind off your balls or something.
Name a part of the body that gets bigger as adults get older.
Freddie. Penis.
The police commissioner said, I think Batman and Robin are blank.
Queer.
I said queer.
Elaine, what do you have to say?
Right, the same thing.
That's it.
Japanese brides used to shave something off at the time of their marriage. What?
Shave something off at the time of their marriage?
Traditionally.
It must be hair on some part of the body. I wonder where it could be. On the whole, I would say...
Give me a slang word for money. Eva.
Bitch.
Pardon? Bitch? What's a bitch for money? No, not mummy. Oh. Money.
Valerie, the big bad wolf said I just came from a house where this old lady had the biggest blanks I ever saw.
Boobs.
An erection.
Things a man gets? Things that excite you?
A starched shirt.
Things that are stiff?
Are we still on the air?
5 seconds. Here we go. 290 pounds. What do you think it is? Tip the waiter. Sean, here comes the bonus. Sean, you're gonna have to speak or we'll run out of time. I have no idea, sorry. You have no idea. Snake charmer.
Bob, in the history of outrageous game show moments, there is one clip that stands supreme, and I think you know what I'm talking about.
Ben, why do you even bring things like this up? As a matter of fact, I know what clip you're talking about, and I've been saying for years, it simply does not exist.
Come on, Bob, don't pussyfoot around. The question you asked on the Newlywed game was, where's the strangest place you've ever wanted to make whoopee?
Well, I may have asked the question, but let me tell you, it never got the response that you think it did.
Well, you know, we'll find out later whether this infamous clip really does exist. And I'm going to give you a tiny little hint. This infamous clip really does exist.
Oh, that's a tiny little hint, huh?
And we found it, and we're going to show it tonight.
No, you're not.
Yes, we are.
Ben, I tell everybody, it did not exist. You're not going to show it.
Yes, we are.
No, you're not.
Yes, we are.
I'll reduce your IQ by... You know, when the cameras are turned on, people will reveal all kinds of secrets they wouldn't even tell their best friends. I mean, you ask someone a way too personal question at the office, and you might get slapped. But if you put a camera in their face, well, they'll tell you anything you want to know. Let me show you what I mean. Where's the strangest place he's ever wanted to be romantic?
In a drive-through car wash.
Bubbles everywhere.
Yeah, we accidentally hit the electric window and bubbles came in.
On an airplane?
On an airplane?
In a cornfield.
Oh, you're from where?
Iowa.
Well, naturally in a cornfield.
Everywhere.
You're my kind of guy.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Yeah, that's all right. You are my hero. I just want you to know that.
Oh, actually, just recently at the top of the parking garage.
In our truck.
You're sick. Well, we certainly can't beat those answers. Or can we? Most of the electricity in our home flows from the blank
to the what?
From the plug to the vibrator.
Number 2. One of my worst subjects is spelling. Could you tell me, how do you spell relief?
F-A-R-T.
An occasion for which you stayed up all night.
God,
3 seconds.
Lost my virginity.
Look
at the steal. It took all night.
I'd have been there to take it all week.
Bachelor number 1. I've just given you bachelor number 2. What are you going to do with him?
Go dancing.
Name the first thing you take off after work.
Underwear. I can't believe what I'm doing.
The next question, what time do you get off of work?
Margot, most commonly known fact about Jules' sex life.
That it's dormant.
Jules, let me see that card. He said he likes to be tied to the bed.
I got the answer right.
On classic game shows like Password and $20,000 Pyramid, contestants learn that a great clue can be a powerful thing. Let me show you what I mean.
The answer Wink wants is Wink Martindale.
Debt?
Credit card?
Tic-tac-toe?
X and zeros.
Game show host?
Regis Philbin.
Blink?
Are we talking cartoon?
What is this?
A man flirting?
Something wrong with your eye?
Knee?
Okay, Bob Barker's brother.
Not Regis Philbin, Wink?
Winkler.
Wink Martindale. Ever heard of him?
Oh, he was a game show host?
He was, yes. Thank you very much. A not-so-great clue, on the other hand, can be pretty powerful as well. Take a look.
Jail. You give the best clues. I think jail was a marvelous clue for that.
The password is brick.
10 points, Ed.
Brick. Barry. The password is crank.
Yours, Jack. 10 points.
Crank.
Razor, edge, strap.
Oh, that's very good.
Scarlet.
Cigar.
Wallpaper, I know.
7 points, Jack.
Crew. Push.
Pull.
Oh, that's a word.
Testimony.
Perfect clue. That's the word. Do you like the song?
Bob, as I mentioned earlier, there's one clip that's the most talked about game show moment ever. In fact, the incident made the cover of TV Guide, which I happen to have right here. Now, what did you tell the good people at TV Guide when they asked you about the clip?
Well, what I told them was I thought, at the time I thought it was true, by the way, that it was a myth, that the clip did not exist. It was simply an urban legend.
Then what happened?
Well, the truth is, the producers of this show have actually found the clip buried in a vault, and they've proved me wrong. So, but you know, come on. I guess you're going to make a mistake when you do a couple thousand shows. You just can't remember all of that.
Well, you're certainly not going to forget it after we show it tonight.
Well, I don't think I'm gonna let you show it, Ben. No, it's been buried too long. I mean,
no,
maybe it should stay that way. No,
Pretty
no.
please.
No, Ben, don't beg. Don't beg. We're not going to show it.
I'm not begging, because rumor will become reality tonight, because we are going to show it.
No, you're not going to show it. No. Yes, we are. No. Yes, we are. No.
Welcome back to the most outrageous game show moments. I am with a group of game show all-stars, big time. From my right to my left, Peter Marshall, Jim Lange, Bob Eubanks, Wink Martindale, who almost became Win Martindale in a fit of network craziness. Let's talk about some moments. What was the single most embarrassing moment that ever happened to you, Peter, on Hollywood Squares?
Oh, I don't know the single most, but I can remember silly stories like I can remember we had a secret square worth about $50,000, a lot of money in the late 60s, early 70s.
It's still a lot.
Yeah, I guess so. They chose Jack Palance, and we went to Mr. Palance, who was sound asleep.
Oh, great. And, so what did you do?
Well, I told Michael Landon, who was sitting next to him, to wake him up.
And what did he do when he woke up?
He said, "Are you nuts?"
What's the moment you wish you could erase from your memory bank of things on your shows?
It would be a personal thing. It doesn't speak well for Wink Martindale's intelligence, but on one of our questions on Tic-Tac-Toe, the word orangutan was in the question, and I pronounced it orangutan.
Oh,
because
wow.
I'd never seen the word in print before.
Jim, didn't you have a guy in the dating game that was wanted by the law?
Yeah, he came on the dating game. He was going to get himself a date. The guys in the police station were watching and said, "We want that man."
Yeah.
And they got him.
And they got him.
Did they just call you up and say, will you ask him to wait a few minutes?
Well, no, the shows were done in advance, so we had to find him. But we had records.
Well, you, I think, have some embarrassing moments, my friend.
Me?
Yeah, I think so. No. I think so.
Well, what happened one time, the producers came to me and they said, "We have Archie Bunker on the show. He looks like Archie Bunker, acts like Archie Bunker, and his wife even looks like Edith." And I remember it was one of the funnier moments that I think ever happened on the show, because I asked her, "My husband is a closet what?"
Oh, God. Oh, no.
My husband is a closet what? And what she said was just classic. Your wife said you are a closet what?
Closet freak.
Closet freak. Hang on, Charlie. She said you're a...
Let me see.
What O is the generic word for any living animal or plant, including bacteria and viruses?
Orgasm. Oh.
Now, we welcome you and ask you to tell us about yourself.
I live in Orange County. I'm retired.
I'm gonna go with B, kilobytes.
Final answer?
Final answer.
I'm a fat man, Regis. My heart can't take it.
I'm just trying to help you sweat off a few pounds.
Name a specific part of the body that women try to accentuate. Saber.
Breasts.
Please help me, I'm falling!
You are right! Name something a woman out on a date would hate to discover on her face if she stole a quick glance in a mirror.
A booger.
Okay, fellas. You've heard the question. Who would you give the $100 to? The taxi driver, the police department, or to yourself?
Did you say Phyllis?
Yes, I did.
What?
Is that the answer?
Ladies and gentlemen, I think we have some kind of a first here.
I know a Japanese restaurant for her.
It was your lousy food, Bert.
Tamara Osborne is a legal secretary who's driven in 5 presidential motorcades. Wow.
Well, I did Clinton 2 different trips, and...
One for each?
Never mind.
At Sir Irving's knighting, the queen slipped with her sword, so instead of being knighted, Sir Irving was blanked.
Bar mitzvah.
Name something men wear to bed, Margaret.
A nightcap.
A nightcap, Jeff.
Sweatsuit.
Sweatsuit, A.W.
Nightcap.
Nightcap, Elizabeth.
Condoms.
A condom! My wallet!
You know, Ben, everybody tries to win your money, but I understand you tried to win Jimmy Kimmel's money by doing something really outrageous on the show.
Well, it seems outrageous now. It didn't seem that outrageous at the time because we'd been drinking a lot of diet soda. But he bet me something that I wouldn't drop trow on TV. He said he would, and would I do it too? And I said, sure, what the heck, I did it. And then the contestant did it too. It wasn't one of my proudest moments, but it wasn't like writing speeches for Richard Nixon, but it was a great moment nonetheless. Jimmy, and what are my shoes doing there?
Well, your shoes are here because we're playing strip Ben Stein of his clothes a little earlier, and this is all that you managed to get off from Bob. So I was thinking
it's enough.
That if Bob should beat you, perhaps you'd drop your pants.
No, I won't.
If you drop your pants, I'll drop mine with you.
I'll think of it. You did beautifully. I will briefly drop my pants. Briefly. And Bob. Now, Jimmy. Don't you think the winner is getting $5,000 for
Come on,
money?
Bob.
Come on.
Come on. Do it.
Now let's meet an African explorer.
Number one, what is your name, please?
My name is Peter Agababi Palanjan.
Number two.
My name's the same as his.
What do you get when you cross a 70s band with a carload of dwarves? Simple, folks. You get, you're gonna like this, the Village Little People!
Young man, there's no place you can go. I said, young man, when you're short on your dough, you can stay there. And I'm sure you will find you will have a good time. It's fun to stay at the YMCA.
We'll be back with more most outrageous game show moments right here on NBC. You're watching the most outrageous game show moments on NBC.
We've seen some pretty great stuff so far, but the moments you're about to see will completely blow you away.
We have to introduce another player, and with a great deal of pleasure, we present Karen Lesko. Hi, Karen.
Hi.
You know John?
Yes, we do.
Doesn't she have pretty nipples, pretty dimples there, John? This lady has very pretty dimples in her cheeks, doesn't she?
Now, the actual number of these wrestlers who could lift Bob Eubanks over their head is 5 of them. No, come on, Fiji. No way in heck could you do that, huh?
Yes, I can.
No, you can't. No. Yeah. You stay away from me, Pete. No. You stay away from me. No!
welcome to Bullseye. It's a very interesting description Charlie just made there. I play a little golf myself. How's the game these days?
Well, I'm real straight, but not real long.
Well, we all have our problems. I'm real long, but I'm not very straight. How about, well...
X gets a square.
You cheated. He looked at your card. I saw him looking at your card.
Oh.
He looked back at your card. Saw him look at your card.
I knew the answer. This has never happened before on the show. You all saw this. Lisa, maybe our producer would like to come up here and you'd like to talk together.
I saw him looking at the card.
Yeah.
No, wait just a minute.
Oh.
I'm leaning back like this and looking at the card.
Check, please.
I knew looking at the card. I knew the answer. Right here.
I knew the
answer.
Next question, ladies. 25-point bonus question.
You're not going to faint or
Oh,
anything,
God,
right?
no.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
If you thought that was wild, you ain't gonna believe this.
You've heard the slogan, NBC proud as a peacock. What is the peacock?
Chicken?
It's just chicken.
Name one city outside the United States.
Honolulu. What do you like if you're a carnivore?
I go to carnivals.
You go to carnivals.
What country fought in the American Civil War?
Spain?
A cowboy likes to show off his holster. What is a holster?
Horse. What building are you in if you're sitting in the Oval Office?
The Empire State Building?
In the military, you go AWOL?
Uh-huh.
What does that mean?
It's like a promotion.
Who is the host of The Tonight Show with Jay Leno?
Conan O'Brien?
During what months of pregnancy does a woman begin to look pregnant?
September.
Something. Sure. First question coming up. Oh, God. Oh, here we go, darling. No, this is got me serious.
In Ben Franklin's kite flying experiment, what object was tied to the string of the kite?
It was the antenna of his house.
What kind of antenna do you think?
I don't know.
His satellite dish was...
I said, name a time that most people get up. And being the Einstein that you are, you said morning.
When I get up.
Our survey said zip. Now, if that wasn't bad enough,
Wait for this one.
I then said, name a time that most people go to bed. You said, of course, night. Our survey said 2.
It's a thing this time. Karen and Steve. Okay.
Strawberry lip girls.
No, that's...
Name an article of clothing that children are always losing.
Their pants.
The price of a dozen roses.
$1.75.
Besides a bird, something in a bird cage.
Hamster.
A popular... Make a note of this show. Name a famous resort area outside the continental United States.
Tahoe. Name something people have more than two of on their body. Eddie.
Arms.
More than two arms you've got, have you, Eddie?
Name something people take with them to the beach.
Turkey.
The first thing you buy in a supermarket.
Turkey.
A food often stuffed.
Turkey.
I said to you, name something people take with them to the beach. You said... The answer was... the first thing you buy in a supermarket. The answer was... and the survey gave you... a food often stuffed, you said. And that gave you 21.
All right, I give up. When we return, we're going to literally put decades of rumors and speculation to rest and show the most talked about clip in game show history. It's nothing I'm very proud of, and it's never been seen on network TV. And it's coming up next.
And Law & Order, NBC Next.
Okay, you've got to do it. Come on, you've got to do it. You've got to do it. You got it. Come on. All right,
let me tell you. We've had a lot of fun during this hour with all of my friends and everything, but I'd like to get serious for just a moment. When they asked me to do this show and they told me they had this clip, my initial instinct was not to do the show. But then I figured out that if I didn't do the show, they were going to show the clip anyway. It's nothing that I'm proud of. And I'm embarrassed. I'm embarrassed for a couple of reasons. Number one, of the thousands of people that I've told that it didn't happen. And number two, I'm embarrassed for the clip itself. The year was 1977. I posed a question to a young couple, and no one expected the answer would become an urban legend. Most say it never happened. And honestly, I didn't think it happened either. But it did happen. And finally, once and for all, here it is. Here's the last of our 5-point questions. Girls, tell me where specifically is the weirdest place that you personally, girls, have ever gotten the urge to make whoopee? Olga?
Go ahead.
In the
No, what I'm talking about is the weirdest location, the weirdest place. Olga, give me an answer, please. He said it was in the car, on the freeway. Well, that's our show, everyone. We will see you next time. Jim, show us how to do this.
You ready? Here we go, guys.
Where did this picture come from?
Oh, my God, I'm not saying that.
You have it ready.
What Spanish word or phrase will your wife say best describes her bust?
Nada. Name something that can kill a lively party. A gun.
Bachelor number 1, would you be willing to get into my dress?
Baby, I'll be willing to get in your dress, your pants, and anything else you desire.
Hey, Kathy Lee, Regis and I have a lot in common. We both broke up with our beaches this year.
Hi, everybody. I'm Bob Eubanks, and welcome to the most outrageous game show moments 2. Now, last time around, we showed you some of the most ridiculous things that have ever been said or done in the heat of game show competition. But believe me, hey, we only scratched the surface. This time, we're digging even deeper into the vaults to find moments from classic and current game shows that you've just got to see to believe. Now, one thing that I've learned over the years is that on game shows, the most memorable moments are not always the ones where people people walk away with big cash and prizes. No siree. The moments that are truly priceless are when things don't go necessarily according to plan. Now, here's a little taste of what I'm talking about.
In a recent study of college-age students, when asked which human quality they found as the most important, what ranked first? Evidently, it wasn't quickness.
Good luck. We surveyed 100 people. Top 5 answers on the board. Give me the most popular answer.
Name a famous robber. Joe.
Cops.
Name something that can kill a lively party.
A gun. $5,100, Shane. What do you want to do?
I'll solve.
Go ahead.
Mustard-filled chocolate eclair.
No, that is not correct.
Gentlemen, tell me, what is your favorite crustacean, Ray?
It's lobster.
All right, Lori said your favorite crustacean is the stuff in your eyes.
Stuff that gets in your eye when you sleep. This is not lobster.
No, it's not lobster.
Crust on them.
That's right. Yeah,
You wipe it away.
Name a job that helicopters are used for.
Tuna fishing.
Name something you stroke.
You struck a match.
Stroke a match, dear. Come on. You're my favorite match.
If you give us the answer that matches Susan, you get $20,000. Blank, Tennessee.
Mississippi.
I could safely say in advance you're not going to get the $20,000.
Name one of the 3 bears.
Yogi.
This man's flying airplanes for us.
Oh, thank you. Bachelor number 5. If we
Wait
had...
a minute, there are only 3 over there, Joe.
Oh, I thought there were 5. Oh, that's a shame. Okay.
Nancy, tell us about yourself, please. No, wait a minute.
I'm so nervous.
You had a funny life?
Hyperventilate.
No. Take a deep breath.
Give her a
Now,
baby.
I exhale. You have to exhale occasionally, you know.
I'm married. I know that.
You are? Okay.
And
You live in?
Huntington Beach.
That's right. See, she's got it right so far. She's all right. You live in Huntington Beach and you're married. What's his name? Listen, it's gonna be all right. How long you been married?
5 years.
5 years. Dave, have I got a girl for you?
We surveyed 100 people and asked them to name a way of toasting someone. Michelle.
Over a fire.
Up there, I'll give you the money myself. Over a fire. Oh, no! I owe you £12. That's the first time that's ever happened.
I think we would all agree those answers were pretty bad, huh? But luckily, the people around here are much more on the ball. Let's see how they do when they're put on the spot. What does SUV stand for?
Subterranean urban vehicle.
SUV, standard utility vehicle, something or other.
Super ultimate vehicle.
Super ultimate vehicle. If you IM somebody, what are you doing?
You're doing it?
You give him the finger?
Finish this movie title. Indiana Jones and...
The Lost Ship.
Indiana Jones and...
Harry Potter.
Tomb of the Ark.
Who is the current leader of Russia?
It's not Gorbachev. Gorbachev?
Brezhnev.
Can you name one human organ that you could live without?
A liver.
Bladder.
Can you name one human organ you could live without?
Testicles? I do every day.
If you think those answers were bad, well, I've got some news for you. It gets worse.
What type of vehicles are used to compete in the legendary Tour de France? Alan?
SUVs.
If you could travel to any foreign country in the world, where would you go?
Pakistan.
Name something a dentist says. Rob.
Just a small prick.
What fraction of women said they prefer men who sleep in the nude? Kathy.
25%.
A fraction. Give me a fraction.
A half.
Half.
Name a noisy bird.
Chipmunk.
What's your favorite thing to buy by the foot? Kathy.
I guess shoes.
Shoes. You buy shoes by the foot. All right.
Name something you keep handy near your front door.
A spittoon.
What will your husband say is the biggest gripe that you have about his romantic technique?
There isn't any gripe.
I gotta have a gripe.
Oh, you gotta have a gripe.
Yes.
It's not long enough.
Yes.
Oh, no, I didn't mean that. No, I didn't mean that. That's not what I meant.
Coming up next, some of the most outrageous moments in game show history. Don't go away. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the most outrageous game show moments, too. You know, one thing that always surprises me is how a game show host like me can ask complete strangers the most personal questions and get them to confess almost anything on national television. I mean, they would literally bare their soul for a toaster. You don't believe me? Then you watch this. What was the chintziest wedding present the two of you received? Larry said the chintziest wedding present you got was the vibrator massager.
That's your opinion. I couldn't think of chintzy. Though he's right. It's still in the box. I told him it's still in the box. Oh no.
What do you do, Leo?
I'm a captain for a fire department.
Do you have any goofy calls? Do you ever get like?
Yeah. As a matter of fact, I had a call just a while back where an elderly woman she was sitting on the toilet and she had been reading for quite a while and couldn't get off. And so her daughter had to call us and we had to go out and. We used KY and tongue depressors to peel her off.
True story.
True story, absolutely.
Well, it's only happened to me 3 times.
A while back, I had a rubber spider, and I put it in the shower. She hates spiders. What happened? She came running back out.
This was before we were married.
tell us about Marge Gaspin? You know her well, don't you?
Well, I think so.
Okay.
I was born here in Southern California, and when I remarried, I created kind of a problem because now my son is my stepson. He's married to his stepsister, and my daughter... Oh, you figure it out. He's my real son, and he's married to his stepsister now.
Yes. You're going to have to leave now, Marge.
Gentlemen, what Spanish word or phrase will your wife say best describes her bust? Jimmy.
Nada.
What nickname will your wife say you would give her if the only time you had ever seen her was on your wedding night? Mike?
Eager Beaver all the way.
Eager!
All the way. Keeping up with her.
I bet you did.
I asked you the birthday that men dread the most. You said their wives.
Girls, where specifically was the busiest place you and your husband ever made whoopee? Sharon?
I'd have to say my apartment.
Your apartment, all right. He predicted you would say it was at a drive-in movie.
Oh, maybe that wasn't you.
Gentlemen, what kind of animal did you probably inherit your sex drive from?
A dog.
A dog.
No.
Your wife said a rabbit.
You know how fast you are, Eric. You know.
Gee. All right, okay. No.
What's the problem, sir?
Aren't you fast?
I'm not saying.
You know, a lot of game show contestants have no problem letting it all hang out and saying exactly what's on their minds. And when that happens, well, the job of the host is to always be ready with a quick comeback. Sometimes we pull it off, sometimes we don't. And sometimes it gets personal.
And here's Moretta sitting beside you. Is this gift wrap for me?
Yes, yes. If you want it, you can have it.
Don't open until Christmas.
Tell me more about yourself.
Well, I love to dance, and probably the most interesting thing about me is that I've never had a cup of coffee.
Well, I bet perhaps you find that more interesting than I do, but nevertheless.
You used to tell everybody that you were going to do Family Feud, and you said, when I do it, I'm not going to kiss women because some of the brows be ugly. You don't have any ugly women up here today, but I tell you what, you're going to kiss me, baby.
Tracy Smith, a motorcycle journalist from Westchester, New York, and I'd love to talk to you about the amateur lingerie contest that you were in. May I ask, what kind of lingerie were you sporting that day?
It was a nice thong.
Teddy? Thong?
Yeah, thong and bra.
Bra,
lacy,
bra
very
and thong.
lacy, and some hose with
Okay, you're gonna have to
garters.
stop now because I got to continue and.
We'll finish later.
Keep talking, I'll be done before we're ever done here.
Gentlemen, what will your wife say is her favorite kind of water? Vince?
That's a strange question. How many people ask you that question?
Today, 7.
Hey, what's your favorite water?
I don't want to tell you. None of your business. Why do you want to get so personal with me? We just met.
We're having a strange relation, Bob.
When we come back, some of the most bizarre game show moments ever. Hey, stick around. Welcome back to the most outrageous game show moments 2. You know, one of the things that makes game shows so exciting is their unpredictability. I mean, things can be perfectly normal 1 minute and then completely off the wall the next. Now, to illustrate this, we had a few people fill in the blank on a simple sentence. Wait till you hear their answers. Peter Pumpkin Eater had a wife and what?
Hated her.
Old Mother Hubbard went to the cupboard to get what?
A bottle of beer.
It's raining, it's pouring, the old man is...
Drinking. Bourbon.
Hey diddle diddle, the cat and the fiddle, the cow...
Got tips.
Mary, quite contrary.
She's probably hot if she's quite contrary.
Yeah. Peter Pumpkin Eater had a wife and...
She was huge.
Little Bo Peep lost her...
Virginity.
There once was a woman who lived in a
project.
Project. Peter Pumpkin Eater had a wife and what?
Son.
Georgie Porgy Puddin' Pie kissed the girls and what happened?
You didn't get nothing after that.
No. Mary had a little lamb. Its fleece was...
really sticky.
Jack and Jill went up the hill to
have a little fun.
You know, one of my favorite contestants ever on the Newlywed Game was a young woman named Kathy. I met her back in 1969. I had so much fun with her in that half hour. And I'll never forget, I asked her the question. I said, is your husband urban or rural? She didn't have a clue as to what that meant. But I thought her answer was just classic. Take a look.
Will your husband say he is basically more urban or rural, Kathy?
I don't know what they mean.
You know it. I mean, you married him. What do you think?
Heck, he's urban.
He's urban.
Yeah.
How long has he been that way?
About 2 months.
2 months he's been there. Do you think there's anything he can do about it?
He went to a doctor.
Oh, he did? Did the doctor give him anything for his urban?
He gave me something, though.
Name something a man has that he'd be upset if someone else used it.
How about his jockstrap?
Someone else used my jockstrap!
Name something that falls from the trees, Jackie.
How about bird?
Boy, I'm glad cows don't fly.
Yes.
Hi, Pam.
Hi, how are you?
Well, I'm fine. How are you, Pam?
I'm fine. My name is Pam Mordanas. I go to UCSD. I'll be 20 in 4 months.
You'll be 20?
Yes.
You little devil, you.
And I have a boyfriend named Peck.
Peck?
Yes, as in Peckerhead.
What's the matter?
I need to whisper something in your ear.
Excuse me a second, please. You want to whisper something?
Uh-huh.
What's wrong? Oh, okay. Then what we should really do is stop the taping at this moment.
Do you just have a can?
How would you change our Jane?
Major plastic surgery.
He's talking major plastic surgery here. How would you change him?
6 foot under.
Name something
one person does that might aggravate everyone else in the room?
I want to say fart.
God bless you, Kim. You're a very brave person to say that. And to be honest, I almost did it when you said that answer. All right.
A world-renowned sculptor wants to do a full-length sculpture of you to be displayed in a public place. The only requirement is that you'll be absolutely naked. Would you do it? Okay. Janet, what's Gary going to say?
I'd say no.
All right, let's bring him on and find out. Gary.
Does that mean I'm going to turn into a frog?
No.
Sometimes game shows are at their most exciting when everything is falling apart. You want to see what we mean? Watch this.
Here are the categories which we will be using in this next game. They are as follows. Categories are coming up right now, and you and I will both be delighted when they do. And these were written in invisible ink, as you can see. And in just a moment, we will know what these categories are, if we are lucky. If not, we'll play a game without categories. I'll make them up as we go along. Categories are reptiles, Wild West, cooking. Those are not the categories.
$600 could have been yours, $300 is yours, and here's what Sharon Brown has behind the margarine. She turned down $600 and has herself a sleigh. Christmas tree. Now, usually, of course, there's a reindeer pulling a sleigh like that, but what happened?
Sale of the century. And here's the star of the show, Steve Parr.
Yes, it's funny, yes.
Yes, it's perfect match, and now welcome the star of our show, Greg Evans.
Which is capital of Northern Ireland?
Belfast.
Right. Very good. 10. We need a 10.
Welcome to the big showdown. Here's your host, Jim Peck.
You people would applaud a lynching.
Surprisingly, some of today's biggest stars actually got their start on game shows. Now, in just a moment, we're going to show you who. But first, I've got a trivia question for you. Now, I want you to listen carefully. Here's your question. 1964. What game show host mortgaged his house to bring the Beatles to the West Coast for their legendary concert at the Hollywood Bowl? Got any ideas? We'll have the answer for you right after this quick break. Don't go away. Now, before the break, we asked you that trivia question. Did you think about it? Here's the question again. 1964. What future game show host borrowed $25,000 against his house and brought the Beatles west for their legendary concert at the Hollywood Bowl? Did you figure out who it was? It was me, Bob Eubanks. I did that. Now, let me tell you, not all stars began their career on stage at the Hollywood Bowl. I mean, some of them actually made their television debut on game shows, like The Dating Game and The Gong Show, and many others. Now you say, who? Well, like these people.
Batch number 2. Complete this sentence. This may sound a little weird, but...
I am naked right now.
Hello. What's your name?
I'm Dave.
You're Dave? Dave Letterman? I gotta tell you, Fred, this fella here happens to be one of my favorite people in this whole business, you see, and I saw him before a lot of people saw him, didn't I, David?
I've never seen this man before in my life.
I saw this guy as a radio MC, as a disc jockey or a talk show guy in Indianapolis, Indiana.
That's right, years ago.
You had a beard?
I did have a beard. I still have the beard. It's out in the car. I'll get it later.
You were fat.
No, what do you mean I was fat?
You were bigger.
Yeah, I was bigger.
Yeah, yes. Anyway, he was in Indianapolis, and he was good then, and he just gets better as years goes on. Pretty soon, he's going to be really good.
Kirsty, is that what they say?
Kirsty.
Kirsty. Kirsty. As in thirsty, huh? Where do you live?
I live in Wichita, Kansas.
Specifically, what is your address and phone number? No. Here we go for the big money now, Kirsty. Someone to blank.
I want someone to love.
Really?
I have 3 guys that are going to say hello to you right now. Bachelor number 1, you want to say hello?
Hey, Donna, how you doing? Oh, wait, got all this money in the way. Wait, let me move.
Let me hear your best impersonation of a drum. Not bad. All together. Bachelor number 3. How do you stop a girl from snoring?
Punch her in the mouth. Usually.
Here is tune number 4, Kathy.
Bachelor number 3. It's the holiday season, and I'm Santa. You're on my lap. Little boy, take it away.
What?
That's what I want you to tell me.
I'm going to tell you what I want for Christmas.
Yes.
What?
Right.
Oh, I want for Christmas television and food.
Hey, how many times have you watched in amazement as a contestant on your favorite game show responds to an easy question with an answer that couldn't be more wrong? And how many times have you said, I could do better than that guy with my eyes closed? Well, that's exactly what these folks thought. Let's see if they were right.
Name a yellow fruit.
Orange.
Gentlemen, complete this sentence. My wife and I prefer to keep the inside of our refrigerator at blank degrees. Sid?
250.
250 degrees.
Name a day of the year when you really want to be with friends.
December.
Name a department in a supermarket.
Lingerie.
Name something you feel before you buy it.
Excited.
What kind of horse will your wife say her mother most resembles?
How about a donkey?
Name an animal whose legs are featured on a restaurant menu.
Since our last special, we received countless requests from viewers who want to see their favorite moment one more time. And we're going to have those moments for you a little bit later on, including a clip, well, that I would rather forget. Yep, that's the one. I know. They're going to make me show it one more time. But first, when we come back, we're going to take a look at some of the racier things that have ever been said on a game show. Do me a favor, send the kids to bed. This is not going to be pretty. We've certainly heard some outrageous answers tonight, but this next batch of contestants really takes the cake. You are simply not going to believe what comes out of these people's mouths. Watch. Girls, what will your husband say is the last thing he loaded? Pam?
Me.
Joni, you're watching balls go back and forth at speeds of up to 160 miles an hour. In what sport?
John. Jogging.
Tell me a slang term that means wife.
Bitch.
Bachelor number 1. I'm a dress designer. My fitting model is out, and my deadline is drawing near. Would you be willing to get into my dress?
Baby, I'll be willing to get in your dress, your pants, and anything else you design.
Watch out, okay?
Describe the weather with a word or phrase that could also describe your wife. Tony?
Wet.
Wet. Shut up, Tony, or I'll kill you.
You're the first bag of M&Ms ever made. Do you have nuts?
Yes, I do, Tom. But you can only fit 2 in the bag.
I've been told I can crack walnuts with my thighs. What's the strongest part of your body?
Well, I really hope it's my walnuts, but...
Is Viagra kosher for Passover?
Not if it leads to pork.
That was my line.
Listen, number 3. What 2 things would you like to change on your body?
My legs, for one.
What's wrong with your legs?
Well, they're kind of short.
That's okay. Good things come in little packages.
Sure. Especially what's in between them.
Triumph, the insult comic dog.
You look nervous when you said that.
I'm the lucky one. Hey, Bergeron.
What, Ron?
Thank you so much for letting me sit next to the beautiful Kathy Lee.
My pleasure.
Hey, Kathy Lee. What? You know, Regis and I have a lot in common. We both broke up with our bitches this year. I love it. You're only encouraging me, baby.
Jeff, you went friend. So either you are taking home that $1,600, or your friend Julian here is taking everything.
You went foul.
We actually have to beat that because we can't say that on TV. Are you disappointed, Jeff?
Yeah, man. You know? Dude, I trusted you.
Thank you, Quentin Tarantino.
I'm not gonna say it. I'm gonna keep saying it until I calm down.
Well, thank you for joining us. We'll see you next time on the game where knowledge can make you money, money can make you a friend or foe.
Okay, get ready. When we come back, the most requested clips that you asked to see again. But first, you recognize this celebrity? We'll tell you exactly who it is right after this. Welcome back to the most outrageous game show moments, too. Now, I showed you this picture before the break. Did you figure out who it is? Let's see what some of the people here thought.
That looks like Jerry Lee Lewis.
It looks like Chuck Woolery from 2 and 2 Love Connection.
James Dean, I don't know. Or one of the Kennedys.
He looks like a young Martin Sheen to me.
Look like Richard Nixon to me.
Gene Rayburn.
Isn't that Frankie Valli? I don't know the game show.
It looks like Dean Martin, but I'm not sure what show it would be.
That's that guy off Jeopardy, isn't it? No.
Did you guess who it was? That's right. Our mystery photo was of a very young Richard Dawson, also known as the host of Family Feud. You know, since the last Most Outrageous Game Show Moment special aired, we've been getting bombarded by viewers who want to see a few of their favorite clips one more time. Well, obviously, we can't show them all, but we can show you the most requested, including one very memorable Newlywed Game moment that we are officially retiring tonight. In fact, we're going to bury the sucker, I hope. So here they are, everyone, by special request, an encore presentation of these classic moments from game show history. Here's the last of our 5-point questions. Girls, tell me where specifically is the weirdest place that you personally, girls, have ever gotten the urge to make whoopee? Olga?
In the
No, what I'm talking about is the weirdest location, the weirdest place.
Location.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Olga, give me an answer, please. He said it was in the car on a freeway.
We have to introduce another player, and with a great deal of pleasure, we present Karen Lesko. Hi, Karen.
Hi.
You know John?
Yes, we do.
Doesn't she have pretty nipples, pretty dimples there, Jim? This lady has very pretty dimples in her cheeks, doesn't she?
Name something people take with them to the beach.
Turkey?
The first thing you buy in a supermarket.
Turkey.
A food often stuffed.
Turkey.
I said to you, name something people take with them to the beach. You said... The answer was... the first thing you buy in a supermarket. The answer was... and the survey gave you... a food often stuffed, you said. And that gave you... 21!
5 seconds, here we go. 290 pounds. What do you think it is?
Tip the waiter.
Sean! Here comes the bonus.
Well, that's our show, everyone. I'm Bob Eubanks saying thanks for playing. Now, we'll see you next time for another installment of the most outrageous game show moments. Good night.
And
NBC Saturday in 3 weeks, America will discover how far one man will go to make a deal.
It's not as tropical as the scent in Hawaii.
Let's Make a Deal is back and all new. Bigger.
Let's see door 3.
Wilder. More outrageous than ever.
Are you single?
No.
No, not single.
I am.
Billy Bush hosts Let's Make a Deal, 8/7 Central, NBC Saturday in 3 weeks.
Name something that has to warm up before you use it.
How about your wife?
Mary Beth prayed for snow on her wedding day.
No snow on my wedding day, but I had 8 inches on my honeymoon. So.
In what way is your husband romantic?
Oh, man, have you ever been made love to by a Frenchman?
Not that I can recall.
What is your favorite thing to nibble on at the movies?
Her boobs. I don't know if you...
Hi, everybody. I'm Bob Eubanks, and welcome to the most outrageous game show moments 3. Now, remember, last time out, we showed you some of the wildest, sexiest, and funniest moments in game show history. But we were just getting warmed up. You see, our researchers have scoured the vaults, and we've found even more outrageous game show moments. So here's what I want you to do. Sit back, get comfortable, and most of all, get ready to laugh. And what better way to kick things off than with a look at some of the worst answers of all time.
Name a reason you might stay indoors on a beautiful day.
Because it's raining.
Raining.
And you get this of your child. If you divorce and one person has it, they get...
Custody.
Uh-huh. And civil...
Shepherd.
No, civil...
Name a state with good skiing.
Florida.
Florida.
Gentlemen, tell me, what is your favorite wind instrument? Wally?
I'd have to say guitar.
Name the most lovable breed of dog.
Kitten.
Name a city in the state of Georgia.
Alabama.
Pardon?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Alabama. All right. Alabama!
Thanks, Rog. What do you think? Something associated with pigs?
The police.
Name your favorite male country western singer of all time.
Van
Van?
Van Walen?
Van Walen. Van Walen. Van Walen. We got the number 2 answer there, Mary Jean. I'm pretty sure that it's Van Walen. I think there's no doubt. Show me Van Walen.
What will your husband say is his very favorite kind of rodent? Georgie?
It's a rodent.
His very favorite kind of rodent.
His saxophone.
Name a pie that does not contain fruit.
Lemon meringue.
Apart from doors, we asked 100 people to name something that people open. Ross?
Bowels.
Moving swiftly on this.
Tell me which way the smoke from your barbecue always blows, Dan.
The way of the wind.
Show me the way of the wind.
It's easy getting all of the answers right when you're sitting at home watching television on the couch. I mean, anybody can do that. The trick is doing it when the pressure's on and all of America is watching. We quizzed some people here and we put them on the spot just to see how well they would do. Now, all we asked them to do was to complete a simple phrase. Let's see how well they did. Put your money where your
wife is not.
A fool and his money are what?
Or my ex-boyfriend.
A way to a man's heart is?
Through beer.
Through a nice skirt.
The way to a man's heart is? People who live in glass houses
Should never be naked under any circumstances.
A woman's work is never what?
Done right.
Oh. Grab the bull by the... What's so funny?
By the... How's that?
If you think those people were clueless, you ain't seen nothing yet.
Please describe these things associated with the word sand, and I've just told you may not say sand.
Okay.
Ready? Go.
A sand.
The password is smirk.
Smirk.
Describe these words that begin with the letters S-T-A. Go.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. With the knife, I stand.
Your safety belt.
Things you buckle.
Your
Things you
safety
fasten.
belt. An old woman's breasts.
Things that sag.
This is, I just want a little bit off, just trim. This is what you do. Your peroxide is cold. Right.
7-point clue, Lee Mason.
Rubber.
Rubber.
Rubber or rub her? No, rub. And this is someone. Dear Abby is a columnist.
Read it.
Oh, okay. Ruski. Another name for Ruski.
Where you would go to have a trial?
Courthouse.
Okay. If you're very wealthy, the top building, the top floor is the
Penthouse.
Okay. If you're gonna have a good time, you go to the. You have a lot of. Good time.
Toy house.
No.
Fun house.
Yes. Okay. I couldn't think of anything else. Fun. What else?
I think we all know the real answer to that one.
The password is lap.
Secretary.
I don't believe it. Secretary.
Lap?
Yeah.
Don't move a muscle. We're just getting started. When we come back, we're going to show you some of the most outrageous hosting nightmares of all time. They give me goosebumps. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the show. You may not know this, but over the years, I've hosted over 10 different game shows. Yet people will still walk up to me on the street and they'll say, "Oh, you're Bob Barker." All right, I admit it. With so many game shows, it's easy to get all of us hosts confused. In fact, let me prove that to you. Earlier today, we showed people here these 3 old photos of classic game show hosts. And we asked them to match the name to the face. You think it looks easy, huh? Take a look.
Bam. But it has to be Ryan.
I don't know. It's wrong. I don't know.
I'm done. Told you I knew the answers.
You know, there's only one thing harder than competing on a game show, and that's hosting one. Just when you think you've got it all figured out, something invariably goes wrong. Here's a few examples of what I'm talking about.
Star of the show, John Burgess!
All right, who polished the floor?
The password is roll.
Ken, roll. Uh-oh, I said the word. We'll be back in a moment as soon as we figure out what we're going to do here. Cloth. That's the first time in a year and a half now, really, Bobby, that's the first time I've ever done that. Really? Isn't it the first time? Honest to God, it's the first time. I hope it's the last time.
Oh, that hurt. I've never seen anybody knock the tip off before.
Did you get what you wanted for Christmas?
No, considering I'm Jewish.
Oh. Did you get what you wanted for... I was ready to just skim over that, but I got to give it, that was good. That was good, jeez, Aaron. Yeah. Well, what'd you get for Hanukkah?
Nothing yet. It's not that time of the year yet.
Oh, good.
And you know, Peter Pan is made to stay good as gold, fresh and moist, any time at all, from the first big swoop off the top of the jar right down to the last little bit at the bottom. So for happy young faces, at all times, make sure you've got Peter Pan peanut butter on hand at bedtimes, all times. Or do you?
Now, before we play Golden Medley, let's take a look at Carolyn Tobin in our gold room just off stage. Hello there, Carolyn.
Hi.
Now, guard Addis, will you please open the safe? He will now dial the final digit in the combination and open the safe. And when he does that, Carolyn, I want you to reach in there, and there will be a wheel. And guard Addis, could you open the door, please? He forgot the combination.
Coming up next, some hilarious game show moments that are definitely too hot for TV. But we're going to show them to you anyway. Welcome back to the most outrageous game show moments 3. I don't get it. I don't get it. Why would someone appear on national television on a game show with some host with big hair and big teeth and say things that they wouldn't say in the privacy of their own bedroom? They're either gluttons for punishment or they just don't realize what they're saying until it's too late. Let's take a look at these Freudian slips and you'll see exactly what I mean.
How will your husband say you would complete this sentence? My husband is the first man I ever heard about who... what?
He laughs so long when he's being, romantic. He just keeps... He doesn't quit. No, he just keeps going. I really can turn him on. But he doesn't turn off. He laughs. He's got, he's thin, but he's strong.
Mom number 3, what is there about your daughter that reminds you of yourself when you were dating?
Well, there's not too much that reminds me of myself when I was dating, except maybe she likes to park.
How long have you known this?
Oh, for at least 2 years.
And pop is called
soda.
And Lysol is a
disinfectant.
And I like to put some of this stuff all over you. And
shaving cream.
Next question, gentlemen. What is the one thing the people on the other side of your street have more of than you do?
Cars.
Cars. Your wife said they have more grass than you do.
Grass. What have you done?
I wouldn't bet on that.
Mary Beth prayed for snow on her wedding day.
Yes, I did. It was 32 degrees and no snow on my wedding day, but I had 8 inches on my honeymoon. So.
Ladies, if the law said that all married men had to take a second wife, who would your husband make a play for? Nisi.
Antoinette.
Who?
Antoinette.
Who's that?
He got a baby by her.
Oh.
Now, I'm gonna, hey, I'm gonna put that card back in the box, man. I ain't told you to tell him everything, man.
You always say it was an accident. Ain't nothing like that, no accident.
This ain't no soul pop.
It ain't no accident.
You know, you get off that now. He just asked you one name. That's all you tell him.
The name, and that ain't no accident, honey. Having a baby ain't no accident.
Could I see the card, please? Man, she on drugs.
I know. One thing I learned from my days on the Newlywed Game is that no matter how hard you try to keep it clean, people always take it in the other direction. I mean, sometimes it's downright disturbing. Even earlier today, we asked people here the most innocent questions known to mankind. And I was disgusted. Yeah, I was disgusted. You'll see what I mean. Watch. Name a famous Homo sapien.
Richard Simmons.
RuPaul.
Richard Gere.
How big is your girlfriend's uvula?
How big is her uvula? I'll say about 5 inches.
I don't know. How deep is it? How big? I don't know.
Well, what do you think about when you masticate?
When I masticate, mostly girls. When I masticate, I think about dogs.
What would cause your angina to act up?
A yeast infection?
Maybe it's just that time of the month, I guess. I don't know.
How big is your epidermis?
6, 7 inches. 20 feet long.
If your boyfriend was playing with his shuttlecock, what would he be doing?
Something I don't want to know about. I probably don't want to know. I don't want to know.
Hey, you think that was too hot for TV? Watch this.
Sylvia Anderson, what do you do?
I'm a waitress, and I'm also a volunteer teacher's aide.
Do you like to play password?
I love it.
Would you like to do it? We're all ready to do it. Here, I mean, play password, that is.
Gentlemen, other than popcorn, what is your favorite thing to nibble on at the movies? Steve?
I'm gonna get shot. Her boobs. I don't know if you.
Bachelor number one. How does a girl earn a little star in your little black book?
When she puts her hand in my pocket and grabs my rocket and shoots the stars.
Name something that has to warm up before you use it, sir.
How about your wife?
Bachelor number one. What's your favorite thing to do to torture your parents?
Actually, my mother was Welsh and my father was Hungarian, which makes me well hung. But anyway,
Kitty, how did you vote?
I went for number two. I don't think a bird like that would cost $50 to $200, even though he can talk a little bit.
Okay, Bill Cullen.
Well, you know, we have a rule on this show that if we have seen some of the people on the show, whether they're right or wrong, we can question but not vote. Well, I have to disqualify myself because I met one of those gentlemen in the men's room, which,
What does that got to do with this?
well, I want you to know where I met the man. Because you might...
How do you answer Kitty's question?
How'd you know he was the real one?
He had his bird in his hand.
Mrs. Periwinkle said, "It's tough being married to old man Periwinkle. No matter how hard I try, I can't get a blink out of him."
A rise out of him.
A rise out of him. She looks like a little old lady, but I think she's Barbie Benton in disguise.
Gentlemen, at what time did you and your wife eat your first meal together the day after your wedding? Don?
I'd say about 8 a.m.
8 a.m. She said it was 9:30 a.m.
Oh, come on, it was not. We were up early and out, and
We didn't get up that early.
we were up by 6:30.
6:30?
Yeah.
Depends what you mean by up.
Let's leave it right there, okay?
Okay, now Daddy's going to have to put the coat right over that. And then keeping your hands in your pockets, but working from inside, get the bobo up and out of here. Are you ready? Go. Watch what Daddy does. Yes, go ahead, boy. Just keep her going. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. Keep pushing. Face really up. 30 whole pitches. Get good. It's coming. It's coming. After the boy.
Coming up next, some of game show's funniest practical jokes. You're not going to want to miss this. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the most outrageous game show moments 3. Now, I've been thinking about it, and you know, I'm positive people are smarter than we've been giving them credit for. I mean, they have to be. Maybe the questions we've been asking here are just a little too hard. Got an idea. Let's make it simple and ask a really easy one. Here's one. Who's the Vice President of the United States? Surely everyone knows that one, right? Who's the Vice President of the United States?
Al Gore?
Bob Dole?
That guy that doesn't know how to spell potato? What's his name?
Let me think. Let me think.
Oh, I can see his face. I can't think of his name.
Vice President.
Yeah. You know, George Bush is the president.
What's the guy's name? I have him at the tip of my tongue. His name is
Dick. Dick, that's the name. I know his name is Dick. Last name, that could be like, Williams.
We just saw some really dumb answers. Surely it couldn't get any worse. Could it?
Something you buy in a larger size if you have a large family.
Jeans.
Name a non-living object which has feet. Caroline.
Plant.
A plant.
Name a kind of attraction you see in almost every parade.
Merry-go-round.
Merry-go-round.
Name a part of the body everybody has only one of. Sarah.
Big toe.
Besides Bond, name any character from a James Bond movie.
In every James Bond movie, he always has a #1 lady. And I think her name was Julie.
Any character from a James Bond movie.
Come on, John.
Come on, say anything. You know,
Even Carol.
Carol.
How many decades will your husband say his mother has lived? Gloria.
10 decades.
10 decades. Gentlemen, how many decades has your mother lived? Daryl, you have a troubled look on your face. What's the matter?
Oh, I don't know what a decade is. 44th birthday, so she'd be
good.
At 4 years a decade, she'd be 10 decades.
10 decades.
Name an animal with really good sight. And you said a bat. It's in our survey set. Well, that's because they keep crashing into walls and nobody said it. Darling, what do you think? A product is designed to wear out in a certain period of time.
An iron.
All appliances are up there. See where the word appliance up there?
That's not an appliance?
Yeah, it is. An iron?
Yes, an iron.
It's an appliance.
Well, I thought so.
Yeah. Give me another.
Oh, I'll give you another answer.
Yeah, yeah.
Freezer?
So all appliances. That'd be like your blenders and your toasters, your coffee pots and your can openers, your microwave ovens, I guess, your stoves. Yeah. That would all be together, huh?
Oh, I see the appliances is up there. I'm sorry.
That's all right, Bob.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. I just don't want you to be confused. Now, we want you to give us a product designed to wear out in a certain period of time.
Tires.
There are.
I'm trying too hard.
Game shows are all about fun, but not everyone is always in on the joke. There's nothing more outrageous than surprising some poor unsuspecting host or panelist with a good old-fashioned practical joke. Watch these next targets who never saw it coming.
Number 1, what is your name, please?
My name is Detective Richard Buggy.
Number 2.
My name is Richard Buggy.
Number 3.
My name is Mr. Buggy.
The votes are in. Will the real Detective Richard Buggy please, sir, stand up? Let's find out who your imposters are, Detective Buggy. Number 2, would you tell us what your name is and what you do, please?
My name is Chris Hart, and my mother is the charming panelist, Kitty Carlisle.
Let's go down the line. Number 3, now that we've had our fun, what is your real name, please, and what do you do?
My name is Joe Garagiola, Jr.
Joe! A nice-looking
something to me. Hi.
Okay, here's what we're going to do. I've got one more question. I'm going to ask it. If it brings enough points, 43 points, and there are 200 points, we're going to dance up and down because you've got $10,000, but we're going to leave your sister off stage. And then we're going to reset that clock and bring her back out and make her think she needs to get 180 points. Our survey said... Everybody settle down. All right, just bring her this way. Don't let her look at the clock. It's not looking good, Glenda. There's a lot of number one answers there. Your partner only came up with 18 points. You need 182 points for the $10,000.
Okay.
You can do this. 20 seconds on the clock, please. Good luck. There were 3 stooges. Name Curly's wife. Quickly.
I don't know.
What was the name of Little Orphan Annie's dog?
I don't know.
Quickly, give me a number between 3 and 5.
4.
Name something you do when you're angry.
Cry.
Name a handsome game show host.
You.
Okay, turn around. Look what your partner got.
Bert, earlier in the week you told us that you were half Indian. Would you please spell reservation?
I don't think that's funny, Tom.
I don't either.
I mean, are you calling me a name or something? Or what?
No, sir.
Because if you are, I'm going to take your head off and spit it. No, they don't like that.
Remember the day Jack Collins did this? Oh, lovable bird. Either he's a great actor or I am. Oh, well, I gotta change pants.
Oh, we treat you well on this show. Stroganoff, dig in and enjoy. Righty now, let's meet the person who specializes in unusual dishes. I, Terry Arnell, maintain that meat prices are much too high. Fortunately, I've hit on an ingenious, money-saving, palate-pleasing plan. Take, for example, my glorious beef stroganoff, which the panel is eating now. Not only is the meat in my stroganoff healthy and delicious, but also very reasonable in price.
Get out of here. What is it?
Why? What? Because it's dog food.
All right, coming up next, some of the most outrageous game show moments ever. Don't go away. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the most outrageous game show moments 3. You're not going to believe what we're going to show you now.
Well, what way is your husband romantic? Assuming that he is.
Oh, man, have you ever been made love to by a Frenchman?
Not that I can recall.
You know what is so great about this show? We have talented people like the Ramiro family on our show. Paul is a concert pianist. Steve, what do you do?
I sell frozen bull semen for artificial insemination.
All right, Steve. It's always nice talking to you. I'm sorry we don't have time for a demonstration.
Describe for Patty these things associated with yogurt.
It's got stuff that's good for your bones.
Calcium.
Uh-huh. And,
Culture?
Eli, what's the worst thing a player can do in your favorite sport?
Well, my favorite sport is playing basketball.
What's the worst thing a player can do?
I guess it would be the worst thing not to throw, you know, not to have, my English, I'm telling you, it's a little bit hard. My Spanish is better.
Well, go ahead and tell me in Spanish.
I don't speak Spanish at all.
Oh.
We asked 100 women, name something women borrow from each other. Chris.
One another's husbands.
Their husbands, Chris.
You never know, man.
You never know?
Never know.
You think that made the survey?
No.
I'm playing my tambourine. Yes. I wrap rubber bands around my T-shirt and stick it in tie-dye. Yes. These are the ugly sandals that lesbians wear. Birkenstocks. Yes.
Veronica, I understand that at one time you wanted to become a mortician.
He made me quit. My husband.
Why?
Well, he didn't appreciate my sense of humor. I put an ear in his lunch one time because we got in an argument and...
You're a lot of fun.
When we come back, you'll see what happens when everything, and I do mean everything on a game show, goes wrong. But first, you recognize this famous person? We'll tell you who it is when the Most Outrageous Game Show Moments 3 returns. Game Show Moments 3. Now, before the break, I asked you if you recognize this person. Did you figure out who it is? Let's see who some of the people here thought it was.
Gabe Kaplan from Welcome Back, Kotter?
I think this is James Garner from the Roswell File.
Wasn't he the teacher on Room 222?
He looks like somebody that played off Planet of the Apes. He looked like Bob Marley to me with the clip of dreadlocks.
Just like my father.
But
whew.
Now, they were way off base. Do you know who this is? Believe it or not, this is a photo of a very young Alex Trebek, better known as the host of Jeopardy. You know, every now and then something happens that throws a perfectly good game show completely off course. Suddenly the rules are tossed out and the game takes on a strange life of its own. Here's a few perfect examples of when good games go bad.
Name a specific food with an edible skin.
A banana.
Oh!
What's wrong with that? What's wrong with it? We got a banana here. Which one would you like?
I'll take this one.
All right, here we go. Sure, you spit it out after I'm half dead here.
Beth, you have to. I did it. You want to show me how? Show you how?
Be our guest.
Oh, boy.
Why don't you hold it? Take her off. Take her off.
Let's go back and play. This time we're back with Dick. Are you all right? No, don't regret. What happened was she fell in my hole, you see.
And now Barbara, she's trying to get her hands on some of that bonus item as well. Hurry up, Paul, hurry up. We're running out of time, shoppers. The countdown's underway. Here comes Michelle. Watch out. Whoa. What a landing.
Dumb Dora is so dumb. I tell you how dumb she is. She sent her cultured pearls to blank. School.
Or even a state university, college.
State University. What have you got, Beverly?
Finishing school.
Finishing school is another match. That's 4 for him. School finishing. School of finishing.
What?
Wait a minute.
Wait a minute.
School. Now wait just a second. Will everybody just shut up for a second? You're telling me the word college is better than
College?
school?
School?
Hold everything
Oh,
now.
no, wait.
No, I'm sorry. We will
No, I'm
not
sorry.
continue. Would you show us your answer, my dear?
Afraid.
Yeah, yes,
Show the answer, hon. Night school.
Night school?
Tonight's most outrageous game show moment has got to be Gilbert Gottfried one night on Hollywood Squares. Now, let me set the scene for you. Every square had an X or an O except for Gilbert's. All the contestant had to do to win the game was to correctly agree or disagree with Gilbert's answer. Sounds easy, right? Not on that night.
Welcome back to maybe the longest first $1,000 game we've ever had.
Gilbert Gottfried.
Gilbert Gottfried! Okay! For a 5-square win. Gilbert, Playgirl magazine's clinical sexologist, says, I think we should be able to talk about sex the way we talk about what?
I'm gonna say food.
I'll disagree. Food. All right, now, Valerie, where are you going?
Gilbert Gottfried for the win.
Surprise. Okay, Gilbert. In a poll, 94% of Hungarians, compared to only 46% of Americans, said doing this was necessary to feel fulfilled.
Having a child.
I disagree.
You fool!
Having a child is correct, David.
Gilbert Gottfried.
Gilbert Gottfried. When she heard that Phileas Fogg had done it in 80 days, journalist Nellie Bly beat him by doing it in 72 days. What did she do?
This is rowing the Atlantic.
I'm gonna agree.
You fool!
Gilbert Gottfried for the win.
The tube top.
I agree.
You fool!
David, back to you.
Gilbert Gottfried.
It's the last perfect pitch game.
I'm gonna agree.
You fool!
Valerie, your turn.
Gilbert Gottfried for the win.
For the win.
The crusher.
I'll agree.
You fool!
All right, Officer Dave.
Gilbert Gottfried for the win.
Gilbert Gottfried for the win. The word smog comes from what two words?
Smoke and fog.
Smoke and fog. I'm gonna agree. Smoke and fog!
Well, that's the end of our show, everybody. Thanks for playing. I'm Bob Eubanks, and we'll see you next time on the most outrageous game show moments. Good night.
NBC Tuesday in 2 weeks, America will discover how far one man will go to make a deal.
It's not as tropical as the scent in Hawaii.
Let's Make a Deal is back and all new. Bigger.
Let's see door 3.
Wilder. More outrageous than ever.
Are you single?
No.
No, not single.
I am.
Billy Bush hosts the all-new Let's Make a Deal, 8/7 Central, NBC Tuesday in 2 weeks.
Name something your neighbor has that you wish you had.
A beautiful wife.
What classification of animals are dinosaurs?
Pleistocene.
What should you do about a hairy back?
I usually close my eyes and imagine she's wearing an alpaca sweater.
What will your husband say is the one thing he absolutely forbids you to put on his wiener?
Ben Gay.
I'm Bob Eubanks, and welcome to the most outrageous game show moments 4. We're back, folks. And just when you thought you'd seen every bad answer and embarrassing blunder in game show history, guess what? We found some more. And to help me show them to you, I brought along another game show legend. You know him as the host of Love Connection, Scrabble, and Lingo, and many more, too. How about a big hello for my good friend Chuck Woolery?
Oh, thank you, Bob. It's great to be here with you.
Nice to have you here, Chuck. You know, our researchers have literally been working around the clock, searching for even more outrageous game show moments. And this time, my friend, they found some of the wildest and funniest moments that you've never seen before.
You know, not only that, Bob, but this time around, we're going to play a few games of our own with the folks around here.
Well, sit back, folks, get comfortable, and get ready to laugh, because we've got a whole hour of hilarious moments to share with you.
And what better way to kick things off than with another look at some of the dumbest answers ever uttered on a game show. Right here.
Name a famous male dancer.
Betty Grable.
Gentlemen, tell me, what is your favorite part of our Newlywed Game set? Jim?
Probably wife number 2.
Name a food people give as a gift.
Lasagna.
Name a place where you would see lots of flowers.
At the zoo.
All right.
What will your husband say is the one thing he absolutely forbids you to put on his wiener?
Ben Gay.
Name something you buy and then have to be careful about how you carry it home.
An infant.
An infant. Something you buy.
Name something a woman out on a date would hate to discover on her face.
A booger.
Name a prime number between 20 and 40.
Between 20 and 40.
Yes.
7.
7.
Sesame.
Gentlemen, what will your wife say is her favorite giblet?
She would say her favorite giblet is her panties.
Her panties. Okay.
She's got these funny looking panties.
Yeah.
And I don't know what a giblet is, but
Yeah, but you don't know how close you are, really. Rick?
It would have to be our pachinko game.
Your pachinko game.
Name something besides soap and a towel that people take with them to the bath.
A duck.
An occupation that uses... Stop the clock, please. Here we go. Come on. I did this once before. I don't want to break up. You ready? Everybody ready? Something people take with them to the bath besides soap and towel. Survey said? I have to retire after this show.
I got to tell you something, Chuck. Something crazy happens to people when they go on a game show and that little red light on the camera pops on. It's like their memory bank just gets erased.
I know exactly what you mean. You know, I've seen it a million times. 1 minute, the answer's right there at your fingertips, and the next thing you know, it's just a total blank.
In fact, let me show you exactly what we're talking about. We took our cameras around here and we asked people some very common questions. Right. Unfortunately, here are some very uncommon answers that we got back.
Who likes to go to Camp David?
David and his friends.
David Hasselhoff.
Who likes to go to Camp David on vacations or Camp David for the weekend?
Jewish people? Name a famous crustacean.
Martin Lawrence.
Name a famous crustacean.
Russell Crowe.
Whose slogan is "Don't leave home without it"?
Trojan condoms.
Yeah, right.
To be or not to be is from what play?
Lion King.
The phrase "to be or not to be" is from what famous play?
Cabaret.
Cabaret. Yeah, starring Liza Minnelli. Yeah.
You know, Chuck, as dumb as those answers were, they don't compare to some of the really bad answers we're going to show you now.
It's hard to believe that it actually gets worse.
Oh, unfortunately it does. I mean, try these on for size.
Okie doke.
Girls, what will your husband say is his favorite cuisine? Ruth?
I'll have to say, All in the Family.
All in the Family.
Name something your neighbor has that you wish you had.
A beautiful wife.
Check the papers next couple of days. See if well-known glass manufacturer is killed.
Aside from a house or a car specifically, what is the most expensive thing you own? Wendy?
A car.
Roses are red, violets are blue. On our wedding night, my husband, what?
We went to bed.
Name part of the telephone.
The bottom part.
Name something men do when they run out of clean underwear.
They flip them inside out.
Nobody sees the seams.
Hey, don't move a muscle, because when we come back, we're going to show you just how easy it is to get people to reveal the most intimate details of their personal lives, all on national television.
You know, why is that, Bob? You put a camera in their face, you let the world watch too, and they just let it all hang out.
It's amazing, isn't it?
It is.
You are so right. So don't go away. You definitely won't want to miss this.
I've had people tell me much.
Hey, welcome back to the most outrageous game show moments 4. You know, when it comes to volunteering personal information, these next contestants are like the Energizer Bunny. They just keep going and going and going. I mean, you ask for an inch, and for some reason, they give you a mile. It's not always pretty, but it's always funny. Let's take a look.
Girls, what is your one possession that your husband wishes you'd be more careful about hiding when the two of you have visitors? Cindy?
I know what his is, but mine, I would see. His vibrator, I guess.
Oh, all right. Jim said it would be the vibrator, right?
You bought it, you paid for it, it's yours.
Now, who's it belong to?
Him.
Whoever gets the most use out of it.
I see, never mind.
His.
That's still working across the hall from you, Les?
Yes, she is.
You believe a woman should work after she's married?
No, but I believe it's only right until we get a little money ahead in case of a, well, a sudden little mishap.
That's certainly a new name for it, Just what do you mean by that, Les? Well, I hope you don't mean what they think you mean.
Different things can arise.
Physically speaking, what is the one thing of your husband's secretary that he would most like to have bronzed and mounted on his nightstand at home? Marge. One thing of yours. Go ahead, Marge.
The bulbs.
Girls, What will your husband say is his strangest mating habit?
Well, he does get kinky on occasion. I would think when he yells, "Wooly, Wooly."
Kat, remind us what you do.
I own a singing telegram and entertainment company. Probably the most unusual stuff we've ever done is a divorce-gram.
What kind of song do you come up with for a divorce-gram?
Goodbye, marriage, goodbye. Can't wait to screw the next guy.
Jerry, let's go to you. You need some money for tattoos and piercings.
Yeah.
How many do you currently have of each?
Well, I have 2 tattoos and 1 piercing, and I want 2 more.
Period. Moving on.
Name something most women wouldn't be caught dead leaving the house without. Molly.
A tampon.
I'm telling you, we asked 100 women. I wouldn't have come up with that. A tampon.
Girls, how did your husband complete this sentence? I thought my wife acted like a witch the night she... What, Sue?
The night I put on a jockstrap.
We've only just begun.
You know, Bob, in all those years that you hosted the Newlywed Game, I know you heard some pretty racy stuff from all those married couples. And, and even a few of those things have become absolutely legendary.
Oh, let's face it, my friends. Some of the funniest moments in game show history are when things become a little too hot for TV.
That's true. I'll tell you what. I'll show you mine if you show me yours.
See, now that's what I'm talking about.
I'm sorry, Bob. Did I actually say that?
I don't want to see yours.
Next question, girls. What will your husband say is his favorite thing to squeeze in the supermarket? Jane?
I'd say his meat.
Pardon me?
His meat.
Right.
He's a butcher.
Bachelor number 3. My age and my measurements are the same. How old do you hope I am?
I think that I would hope that the valleys between your mountains were nice and deep, and that your mountains...
Just to set you straight, I have a terrific valley with no mountains.
Now, this product you manufacture, would you be apt to find this in the living room or the dining room or the kitchen?
Well, you can't answer that question
Well, she
yes
must
or
make
no.
something. A woman can't make a living just being a blonde. Although I've heard of a few who have.
Hey, did you hear that Ronald McDonald has his picture in Playgo magazine?
No.
Yeah, let me tell you about it. They got a great shot of his blank.
Quarter pounder.
Don't when Sir Henry Curtis and Alan Quatermain traveled over the mountain range known as Sheba's Breasts. What were they looking for?
I imagine the Silicon Valley.
Grandpa's getting pretty old. Last night he put his false teeth in my milk. Milk is the answer that Myron's looking for. Let's see if we get a little milk from Patty here. There.
I beg your pardon.
Clean it up, Richard.
I'd like 2 quarts in the morning.
Girls, why did the two of you make whoopee when you did for the very first time? Sharon?
I was horny. It's still it?
You still are.
Let's let our home audience see this gentleman's famous name. All right, let's start this time with Joni.
Is it a useful thing?
Yes.
Would you say that a man can get pleasure from this, too? Would you use one of these to squeeze,
These things smoke up when they get overheated. When they're worn out, can they be restuffed?
No, Meredith. The gentleman's name is A. Maid.
Oh, I have it right here.
Right here.
When we come back, we're going to take a special look at some of Chuck Woolery's most embarrassing moments.
Well, now, hold on just a minute, Bob. I mean,
What?
I know a few embarrassing moments of yours, but you don't see me trying to show them.
Yeah, but that's because yours are more embarrassing than mine.
Oh, yeah? Well, we'll just see about that when we come back.
Yeah, you got yourself a deal, my friend. Stay tuned, everybody. You won't want to miss this one.
It's very embarrassing for everyone.
More embarrassing. Fine. Hey, welcome back to the most outrageous game show moments for. I'm Bob Eubanks. I'm sitting here with my good friend Chuck Woolery. Chuck, I know you've hosted a lot of game shows, and I'm sure that the audience thinks, well, everything goes off simply without a hitch. Not true, is it?
Yeah, not true. No. I was doing Love Connection once, and this woman came out to greet me on the stage and kissed me. And they came out in the Herald a week later. This guy was a transvestite.
He was a guy?
And, you know, he kissed pretty good. It wasn't bad. Well, you know what, just for fun, why don't we take a look at some of those less than perfect moments of yours?
Oh, come on, man. I mean, haven't we seen enough of my nightmares? I mean, I've practically been tortured the whole show.
Well, there's a little more torture for you. We can never get enough, Bob. Just sit back, relax, enjoy the ride. Here we go.
Next question, ladies, 25-point bonus question. What will your husband say is his least favorite thing to find in his pasta?
I just throw gravy on old shoes and throw them on the table. We don't eat anything.
You call that soul food, right?
Yeah.
I know those things because my mother was a loafer. Dad was a sneaker. What was your answer? I'm sorry.
And your mom fed you a lot of corn?
Michael, they make penicillin out of mold, so they can make something out of your what?
My feet?
Your feet.
Your feet? I don't even look at your feet.
You don't like his feet?
I don't like anybody.
You don't like my feet? What's the matter with my feet?
They old and in them shoes.
And I'll tell you what, she's mean, isn't she? The actual number of these wrestlers who could lift Bob Eubanks over their head is 5 of them. Oh, come on, Pete. No way in heck could you do that, huh?
Yes, I can.
No, you can't. No. Yeah. You stay away from me, Pete. No. You stay away from me. No!
I especially like the, now it's time for the 25-point boner question.
I am so embarrassed.
The boner
I am
question's
so
my favorite.
embarrassed.
I love it.
All right. Those are a few of my nightmares.
Yeah.
Why don't we take a look at some of your nightmares?
Well, I'd like to help you out on that, Bob, but since I'm such a consummate professional, I really don't think you're going to be able to find any. I don't think. Did you? Could you?
Who do you think you're dealing with?
Well, apparently Bob Eubanks.
I mean, this is what I do for a living.
That's what's scaring me.
Well, roll the tape. You ought to be scared.
Great.
Did you get what you wanted for Christmas?
No, considering I'm Jewish.
Oh. Did you get what you wanted for... You know, you got... I was ready to just skim over that, but I got to give it... That was good. That was good, jeez, Aaron. Yeah. Well, what'd you get for Hanukkah?
Nothing yet. It's not that time of the year yet.
Oh, good. Well... Tell me more about yourself.
Well, I love to dance, and probably the most interesting thing about me is that I've never had a cup of coffee.
Well, perhaps you find that more interesting than I do, but nevertheless.
All right, we're going to continue with today's game. Recap the scores, or recap them, actually. Did I really say that? A P and a P.
Oh, I think I'll have to take a pee.
Okay.
M, please.
They love to fly over nudist camps. Okay, fill them in.
U.
No, that's incorrect. I'm sorry. Fill the blanks in order or pick a tile, Chris, whatever you want to do. Okay, fill them in.
I.
No, sir, that's incorrect. Okay, Vaughn, you want to continue with this?
S, please.
They love to fly over nudist camps. Fill them in.
A.
Wrong. I've never had this happen. It's the first time. Chris?
I know it.
You know it? All right, fill it in.
O.
Yes.
I.
Yes.
T.
Yes.
E.
Yes, sir. I'm going home. I don't know about you.
Yeah, all right. I'll admit it. We both had our share of embarrassing moments, but you got to admit, some of the funniest game show moments are when things really go wrong.
Oh, for sure. You know, I love it when a contestant would do something or say something that instantly they wish they could take back, but it was just too late to do so.
I know. And the more embarrassing, the funnier.
Oh, you're right. Absolutely right about that. In fact, I'll tell you what let's do. Let's take a look at these folks who thought it was going to be smooth sailing till something unexpected left them red-faced and everybody else in stitches.
What you got here?
Okay, this is my daughter, Linda.
Linda, welcome.
Nice to meet you.
My granddaughter, Cheryl.
Hi, Cheryl.
And my grandson, Brett.
Brett, welcome.
And my daughter-in-law, don't tell me. Susie.
You got it.
Mrs. Lawrence, do you work for a profit-making organization?
Yes.
Is there a product involved in what you do?
Yes.
Well,
Is it some kind of a tablet or pill?
Yes.
I know what it is already. What, Gary? Want me to help you? Sure. She makes diet pills.
Actually. Doesn't she take them at any time?
Mrs. Lawrence has asked me to advise you, Mr. Lewis, that she has lost 40 pounds.
Gentlemen, how did your wife complete this question?
What is the one product name that best described your romantic behavior on your wedding night? She said you were the Jolly Green Giant.
I'm sorry, but it was...
I'm not that big, Karen.
Rascal talking to your mom when I came
My
in.
underwear was falling off.
Excuse me.
My underwear was falling off.
It's the most fulfilling job ever to be
It
a
really
mother.
is. We have 5 of our own, so...
Yeah, you got some pretty fast sperm, huh? 5 shots.
You say Osmond, it's swimming.
Edward, you're married, right? Yes, I am married to my beautiful wife, Charmin. I'm also an electronic salesman on the island of Kauai. And I'm just so happy to be here.
And what was that noise you made earlier?
Noise.
Oh, no. All right, everybody. Thank you for coming.
Here's a trivia question for you. What classic game show host was actually boyhood friends with Elvis Presley and went on to interview Elvis in one of his first television interviews in 1956? The answer when we return. Don't go away.
I think I know this one.
Welcome back to the most outrageous game show moments 4. Before the commercial, we ask you this question. Which classic game show host was boyhood friends with Elvis Presley and appears in this photo with him?
Yeah, I think I know this one because he lived in Memphis at this time.
Right.
He was in radio. I think he did a dance show and in television.
You're right.
And I think, and it also kind of looks like Wink Martindale. I think it was Wink Martindale.
You're right. Yeah, that photo was taken in 1956. And it just goes to show you that you never know when you're in the presence of a future superstar.
Take a look at this.
Elvis Presley, I want to thank you again because we know you're a busy man. Thanks a lot for coming by and seeing us at the dance party and saying hello to all your friends here in Memphis and the Mid-South. Anytime you're in town and want to come by, we certainly will welcome you.
Well, thank you very much, Wink, and I'll see you again.
Okay, thanks a lot. Elvis Presley.
You know, Bob, television has changed a bit since the carefree 60s and 70s when you were doing the Newlywed Game. Because back then, it was no big deal to make friendly jokes about gender or about anything. But these days, we're a little more sensitive about everything, so you just don't hear those jokes anymore.
I know, but back then, nobody was trying to be offensive, Chuck. I mean, people were just trying to have a few laughs.
Yeah.
Like here.
The agent said to King Kong, he says, Kong, baby, boy, have I got you a part in a terrific new movie. It's called Snow White and the 8 Dwarfs. You're the 8th dwarf, and you're going to be called Blanky.
Whitey.
Whitey.
Demond Wilson, please.
And the name Rufus. We all know the name Rufus.
Oh, man, I ain't answering no ethnic questions.
This is not an ethnic question. Believe me, trust me on this. This is not an ethnic question. The name Rufus has always been associated with one particular color. Which one? Now, come on, come back. No, that's the short way down. You can hurt yourself. No. But what color has the name Rufus always been associated with?
White.
White.
I will disagree.
Red. Rufus means red. In the spiritual Swing Low, Sweet Chariot, in the line, I looked over Jordan, and what did I see? What did I see?
3 Israeli tanks.
Coming after me.
The cops, Whoopi, have put out an APB on you. What does APB stand for?
Always pull over blacks.
I'm sorry, did I say something?
Is that incorrect?
The bank teller said, I think there's something wrong with this dollar bill. Instead of a picture of George Washington, this one is a picture of George
Wallace.
Wallace. She says George Wallace. Scully. All right. Then you skip him. We'll go right to the next one.
Had the old boy let me go to school, I'd have learned how to spell his name.
Paul, will you find any graffiti on the Great Wall of China?
Yes, like Chung has a big Ewa.
I'd like to go with Dipsy, please.
I guess probably the familiar one would be the soap opera, Love of Life. Yes.
All right, we want Love of Life. May we see it, please?
Love of Life.
Hey, wait a minute here.
What's wrong?
When Richard gives the right answer, they run up and slobber all over him. What's wrong here? Sorry.
She got so excited.
Well, you know you're in trouble now, don't you, honey? Yeah, you know once you go black, you never go back.
Buddy, what country has the highest ratio of doctors to population?
The country with the most Jews? I would say Israel. You have a doctor in every family. It's a cousin, could be an uncle, a couple of specialists.
I'll agree.
You agree with that?
It's Israel. He's
right. It is?
Now, Chuck, you've heard the famous expression, never worked with animals or kids.
Right.
Now, I've worked with both over the years, and it's a real toss-up as to which ones can be the most unpredictable.
Well, kids can get unruly, but animals are in a league of their own. Did you once have a ostrich run amok across the card shark set?
Man, I've had animals go crazy on the set of every show I've ever hosted. I mean, you'd think by now we should have learned the lesson and said nothing with fur or feathers ever again.
We should be so lucky. By the way, here's an example of just what we're talking about.
You want to show me how? Show you how?
Be our guest.
Oh, boy.
Why don't you hold it? Take her off. Take her off. This cute little fella is an armadillo. Our first guest says that armadillos can make kind, wonderful, and gentle pets. And we'll meet her as soon as our armadillo meets the rest of our panel here on To Tell the Truth. Does anybody in the audience want an empty armadillo? Happened to me.
Now, people often wonder what dogs would say if they could talk. Most would probably just say, leave me alone, I'm trying to lick myself. Proving my point, please welcome Cody, the talking dog.
Cody, can you say hello? Hello. You say I love you? Say I'm hungry? Say ice cream?
I happen to have here Philip Marsden's pet parakeet. Here in this cage. Now, if we're lucky, when I release Bobby from the cage, he will fly to his master.
Him, but I'll believe it.
I want you to meet a friend of mine, and the friend's name is Jughead, and Jughead the ostrich is right there, and look at Lacey. That's the craziest looking bird I've ever seen.
Look out, Lace! There he goes!
That's the closest you've ever come to sitting in my lap.
When we come back, we're going to show you some of the most outrageous game show moments that you've ever seen. So stick around.
Hey, welcome back to the most outrageous game show moments 4. You know, we've heard some answers to game show questions tonight that were pretty, how should I say it?
Dumb.
Well, so much for diplomacy.
Well, here's the punchline. We haven't shown you the worst ones yet.
You mean it gets worse?
Oh, yeah, I'm afraid so.
Yikes.
Girls, who will your husband say is his favorite anchor man? Pauline?
I'd have to say Elvis. But, I mean, yeah, but...
Elvis?
Yeah, I just have to.
Terry?
Daniel Boone?
Daniel Boone? Okay.
Name a vegetable you marinate.
Grapes. Name a place where you would keep a pen. Marie.
Zoo.
You want to write something, so you're going to go down to the zoo to get your pen.
Name something parents teach their children to use.
I think they teach them how to use their underwear.
What does the G stand for, Ramiro? Huh? Gonzalez? No, I know. Ramiro Gonzalez, but it says Ramiro G. Gonzalez. What does the G stand for?
Ramiro Gonzalez Gonzalez.
What are you, twins?
No, I'm Gonzalez, Ramiro Gonzalez Gonzalez, because my father, before she married my mother, he was Gonzalez.
Well, they were crazy to get married. What does your wife call you, Ramiro or Gonzalez?
She called me Pedro.
Gilbert, according to fashion expert Austin Silver, what should you do about a hairy back?
I usually close my eyes and imagine she's wearing an alpaca sweater. That's just me.
All right, it's your spin, Sophie. Mesozoic era. Mesozoic era, musical instruments.
Would you believe the Mesozoic era?
What classification of animals are dinosaurs?
I know that. Let's see.
I'll have to call for your answer.
Pleistocene.
What was that?
P-L-E-I-O-C-E-T-E-N-E-S-O-U-S.
I don't have that answer down here, and I'm afraid that is not the right answer. And under the rules of the game, your opponent can answer it and pick up $100 more. What classification of animals are dinosaurs?
Reptiles.
You're right for another $100. You go up to $300.
Well, if you think we're through, think again. Coming up next, it's the most outrageous game show moments Hall of Fame. You see, your requests have literally poured in since our last special, and guess what? Well, we're listening.
You're right, Chuck. We're going to give them what they want. Up next, the most requested game show moments from our previous specials. So stick around.
This is probably one of my favorite parts since we're through.
Gentlemen, tell me, what is your favorite pasta?
Flat on my stomach, looking at the TV screen.
No.
All new game show moments, NBC next Tuesday, 8/7 Central.
Well, Bob, we've had a lot of fun tonight, but we're not finished yet.
That's right, everyone. Here are the favorites that you've been asking for. We call this the Outrageous Game Show Moments Hall of Fame. Enjoy.
Will your husband say he is basically more urban or rural, Kathy?
I don't know what they mean.
You know it. I mean, you married him. What do you think?
Heck, he's urban.
He's urban.
Yeah.
How long has he been that way?
For about 2 months.
2 months he's been there. Do you think there's anything he can do about it?
He went to a doctor.
Oh, he did? Did the doctor give him anything for his urban?
He gave me something, though.
Cuckoo blank.
Cuckoo, Friend, and Ollie.
During what months of pregnancy does a woman begin to look pregnant?
September.
Something. Oh.
1, 2, 3, 4. Let's go.
I haven't met.
First question coming up. Oh, God. Oh, here we go, darling. No, this is coming serious.
Your wife said you are a closet what?
Closet freak.
Closet freak. Hang on, Charlie. She said you're a...
Let me see.
Well, that's our show, everybody. I'm Chuck Woolery. Thank you for letting us come into your homes.
And I'm Bob Eubanks, and I hope you had as much fun as we did. We'll see you next time on the most outrageous game show moments 5. Good night, everybody, and thanks for playing.
Who's the only dog to ever make People magazine's best dressed list?
Sally Jesse Raphael.
What's the very last thing you said to your wife during a whoopee session that had absolutely nothing to do with whoopee?
Wake up. Name a piece of clothing wives buy for their husbands.
Halter tops.
That girl at the party must have been a train conductor. All night she kept saying,
All aboard.
I'm Bob Eubanks, and welcome to the most outrageous game show moments 5. Can you believe we're back again? Now remember, in our last special, we showed you still more of the funniest and most memorable moments that have ever occurred during game show competition. Hey, but trust me, when I tell you that tonight we've outdone ourselves, we really have. We've got a brand new hour of outrageous game show moments that are so funny, you've just got to see them to believe them. And here once again to help me bring them to you is another game show legend. He's hosted countless classic game shows, including Love Connection, Scrabble, and Lingo, and many others. It's my privilege to bring on my buddy, Mr. Chuck Woolery. Chuck, how are you, buddy?
I'm fine. Thanks for having me with you.
Oh, we're going to have fun.
You know, I've certainly heard more than my share of wild and outrageous answers over the years, but the moments that we've pulled together tonight really are in a class by themselves.
You're right.
In fact, we found so many hilarious moments, it's almost impossible just to jam them all into one show.
And believe me, if that wasn't enough, we're also going to play a few more games with the folks right around here, too.
So strap yourself in, because the next hour of outrageous moments will have you laughing harder than you ever have before.
All right, tell you what, let's get things started right now with a journey inside the minds of some very confused game show contestants. Let me tell you about these folks. Here are some folks who look intelligent, they sound intelligent, but believe me, the answers that come out of their mouths, not so intelligent.
Yeah.
Name an occupation in which you disguise your appearance.
A doctor.
Gentlemen, how will your wife complete this sentence? First thing in the morning, I usually find my husband's blank on my what?
I'll probably find my teeth on her sink.
Name something London is famous for.
I'm thinking pasta.
Famous London pasta.
Tell me the slang word for money.
Money.
What about your daddy? What does he do?
He sells cookies
Cookies? To whom?
to the movie theaters
Anybody
and
else?
fat people.
And fat people.
Number 1, it says here that you operate a multiple spindle automatic screw machine. What do you make?
$2.68 an hour.
Huh?
$2.68 an hour.
Name a kind of bear. Harmon.
Papa Bear.
A papa bear, of course. Show me a papa bear. You're doing good work.
Ladies, how will your husband say you would complete this sentence? I don't know why, but my husband acts really weird whenever I try to touch his what? Stephanie?
His bunkers.
There are some street names common to cities all over the U.S. Name one.
Hollywood Boulevard.
Hollywood Boulevard.
Something usually done only once a week.
Make love.
Name an animal whose eggs you'd probably never eat for breakfast.
Hamster.
I hate to tell you, but, you know, those little pellets aren't eggs.
What's the one thing you would hate to hear your wife say about your last girlfriend on coast-to-coast television? She said your last girlfriend was a hooker. Oh, never had that answer before.
Name a day of the year when you really want to be with friends.
December.
Name something you'd find in an operating room. You said operator. Well, someone's got to operate.
Name something that your wife would do that would be shocking.
Greet you at the door naked.
What do you think it is that makes some game show contestants give such off-the-wall answers? I mean, you turn on the cameras, some people just fall apart. You think it's the light, the cameras, or the studio itself? What do you think it is?
I really don't know. It beats me. Whatever it is, though, it's not limited to just the studio. In fact, you know what we did? We took our cameras around here, and we asked everyday people some of the simplest questions we could come up with.
This is not going to be pretty, is it?
Afraid not.
What does it mean if you're monogamous?
You like Monopoly a lot?
Monopoly is your game.
What does it mean if you're monogamous?
You can use both hands at the same time.
What were people not allowed to do during Prohibition?
Sleep with each other? What were people not allowed to do during Prohibition?
Go on strike? I don't know.
In what year did Christopher Columbus discover America?
In 1864.
Are you sure?
No.
In what year did Christopher Columbus discover America?
0? I don't know.
Now think about this.
1,000. I don't know.
In the movie Love Story, love means never having to say what?
Go on a diet.
Those answers were just plain awful. It makes you wonder if they possibly could get any worse. Well, wonder no more.
Tell me a food that comes in instant form.
Asparagus.
Name something you wouldn't want the police to find in the trunk of your car.
Pickles.
It's all that brine.
Gentlemen, what is your favorite thing to masticate? Tom?
Masticate. The dog.
The dog.
Give me a slang name for policeman.
Dick.
Pardon me? What did you say?
Dick.
Okay. May we see what he said?
And something twins might share while growing up.
You know, I can't help but think that they both feed from the same place, so I would say a mother's breast.
While growing up. Right. They're 25. Hey, Mike, are you still with Mom?
Name a state that begins with the letter M.
Mexico.
Who's the only dog to ever make People magazine's best dressed list?
Sally Jesse Raphael.
Gentlemen, what is the last thing you commemorated, Robert?
The doctor took Shannon off pills because they're messing up her system, so... Listen, we don't want to have any kids. So, but once a month we commemorate.
At a recent hearing, opponents of fluoridated water argued that too much fluorine in a person's system can cause an uncontrollable desire for sex.
Hey, Colligan man!
Name something couples do to spark up their marriage.
How about get together with other couples?
What do you mean?
What do I mean? I just mean that, not talk.
Well, Bob, when we come back, we're going to see what happens when contestants open their mouths and all the family secrets come flying out. Oh, boy. Stick around. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the most outrageous game show moments 5. You know, one of the most amazing things that I've learned as a game show host is how open people are about their personal lives, even when the whole world is watching. You know, some people don't give you just a little information. You get the whole download, if you know what I mean. Check out these folks whose mouths definitely runneth over.
How long did your very first kiss as husband and wife last?
It better be 5 seconds.
5 seconds. She said it lasted 45 seconds.
45 seconds? That was my brother.
Ryan?
How you doing?
How are you?
Fine, thank you.
What's your story?
Well, I'm in young girls' pants. I manufacture pants for young girls.
Obed, scariest thing about being in a relationship?
I think it'll be trying to figure out exactly when it's okay to fart in front of them.
That's when you know it's love.
You could have gone to her room for room service.
Yeah.
But you didn't take up the offer, Chuck. Now, why is that?
Well, no, there's no more ink left in my pen.
Gentlemen, what's the very last thing you said to your wife during a whoopee session that had absolutely nothing to do with whoopee?
Wake up.
You're going to need the number 45. Who has 45 in their right hand?
I have red balls, Chuck. It's going to her.
Okay, going to you. Here we go. I wouldn't touch that line with a forklift.
Because you're very attracted to the person. Because he's your husband. Because
why you marry someone?
Because it's your wedding night. Because you're horny as hell.
Why you make love to someone?
Gentlemen, how will your wife say you would complete this sentence? The next time my wife leaves her blank on my what, I'm going to toss that sucker out a window.
Her dress.
On your?
body. Because I try on the dresses all the time.
I beg your pardon?
You know, just for fun.
Oh, of course, yeah. All you guys do that just for fun, yeah. Does he do this often?
Often.
Really? You put the lingerie on too?
Oh, yeah.
He puts it on? No.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
You know, Chuck, a lot of people think that just because hosts like you and me don't have to answer any questions, we've got it easy. Right. But hosting isn't always as simple as it looks.
Boy, that's the truth. I know we appear to be calm and cool and have everything under control, but you know the trick, Bob. Most of our nightmares usually end up on the cutting room floor, and if anyone ever gathered those moments together, you'd see how funny it is when good hosts go bad.
Guess what, my friend? They've gathered them together.
I was afraid you were going to say that.
It's not pretty.
Hi, David.
Hey, how are you?
I'm very well. Nice of you to inquire. And how's your dog?
Lucy's doing awesome.
Good.
She says hello.
Give her, yeah, lick her for me. Nice to have you, David. I don't think I've ever said that to a contestant. I'll be fine.
Time is up, ladies. I mean,
Welcome to Bullseye. It's a very interesting description Charlie just made there. I play a little golf myself. How's the game these days?
Well, I'm real straight, but not real long.
Well, we all have our problems. I'm real long, but I'm not very straight. How about,
How are you?
Wonderful.
The braces are off, Natalie.
The braces?
Yeah, didn't you have braces?
that was yesterday, Chuck.
Sorry, Natalie, it must have been yesterday.
It's fourth and final clue, Ken.
Hot. Red.
Well, all I could think of was royal. Yeah, that's where you were driving. Now what? Oh, no.
What? No,
Not again. Don't tell me. You mean to tell me that royal was the answer to the puzzle? Let's see it. Okay, I give up.
Let's count up our squares. Now, Brianna, you have 2, which gives you $1,000, and our thanks for being here on Hollywood Squares. Nice to meet you. Thanks a lot. You look stunned. I know. And Alan, you've added 3 squares to your total. That gives you, hold on, where are we?
I believe.
Oh, she won!
You know what? Circles everywhere, and you tell them to go home.
They put the wrong.
I guess that Emmy nomination shot the right now.
All right, cover the kids' ears, because when we come back, we'll see what happens when things get slightly raunchy on game shows.
Oh, come on, Chuck. Do we always have to show the dirty clips?
Well, Bob, it's not my fault. Most of them are from your shows. We'll be right back.
I mean, Love Connection wasn't very popular.
It wasn't?
No. Welcome back to the most outrageous game show moments 5. Hey, I got a little trivia question for you. Why don't you take a look at this old high school yearbook photograph and see if you can guess who it is. I mean, look at the hair on that kid. Give up? You're right. It's none other than yours truly, Bob Eubanks, from Pasadena High School way back in 19... No, I'm not going to tell you. Now that you know the drill, do you think you can recognize some other high school yearbook photographs of classic game show hosts? Well, just for fun, we showed people here some high school photos of several hosts to see if they could figure out who they were. Now, I want you to take a look, and as you do, see if you can figure it out before they do.
Oh, I know who that is. That's Mickey Rourke.
That's Howdy Doody.
I think that's Pat Sajak.
I think it's Ross Perot.
Pee Wee Herman.
Dean Martin. That is Ben Stein from When Ben Stein's Money. Alfalfa from The Little Rascals.
That's Stephanie Jack Nicholson.
Engelbert Humperdinck.
That is Gene Rayburn from The Match Game.
You know, one thing that always amazed me on Love Connection was how I could ask someone a completely innocent question only to get back an answer so explicit it would almost make my eyes pop out of my head. Sometimes it seems like no matter how hard you try, you just can't keep things from getting a little down and dirty. Watch this.
Kathy Griffin again.
Kathy Griffin. Hugh Hefner actually has a species of animal named for him. What kind of animal is it?
It's probably the crab. I'm just saying, if you spend any time in the grotto, you know what I'm talking about.
Next question, gentlemen. What was the most infantile suggestion you made to your wife on your first date, Joe?
Why don't you eat something?
All right. Patty says the most infantile suggestion was that she shouldn't be so closed-minded.
I should be looser, you know.
You were loose enough that night.
Norman said to Fred, that girl at the party must have been a train conductor. All night she kept saying,
All aboard.
Danny's outlook on friends is very jaded. He once told a nerdy friend that they would become pals only if he gave a bath to a dead squirrel. Hey, Danny, I'll let you be my friend if you give this beaver a bath. I'm an Oregon State fan, okay?
Before we play our game, let's let our home audience see this gentleman's famous name. Joan Alexander, would you start, please?
Is this something that I might use?
Yes.
Would I enjoy using it?
Very much.
Could I ever use this in my work?
I think that, yes, there might be an occasion for you to use this in your work.
Then, well, would I generally use this in front of an audience?
No, I don't think so. No.
Is it possible that if I gave a party...
Johnny, the answer is no.
Robbie the Robot said the guy who made me got a lot of parts from a toy store. For example, my eyes are made from marbles, and my blank is a slinky.
Wiener.
My wiener is a slinky. Julio, show me the plugged-in answer.
Okay, my Johnson.
Yeah, that's a match. There you go.
My wiener. My family.
You got it. Yeah, you got it.
What specific warning would you most like to give to another couple just before they made whoopee in your first romance spot? Sandra?
Look out for the stick shift.
Look out for the stick shift.
After a woodpecker pecks a hole in a tree, is it unusual for him to put something in that little hole? Yes or no?
You're on your own.
Does he put something in the hole?
Yes or no?
I would have to say yes, he probably puts his beak in there.
He said he put something in there.
Yeah, Peter, is that after he gets through making the hole?
Well, it's hard to put something in something that there's no hole there. I mean, Lord knows we've all tried.
You know, one of the things that makes a game show so exciting is the heat of the competition. Now, unfortunately, that competition can get too heated at times. Every once in a while, tempers flare, and the action gets a little too hot to handle. Now, when that happens, stand back, because it's every host and contestant for himself. You don't believe me? Then you take a look at this.
Colton.
Tell us what you do again.
Financial advisor.
You tell people what to do with their money?
Absolutely.
How old are you, Colton?
25.
Colton, you look like you should be in the Backstreet Boys or NSYNC, not telling people what to do with their money.
You look like you should be in Star Wars.
I am your Darth Vader, and you're Princess Leia, punk. What are you gonna do?
All right, one more.
I haven't tried Betty yet.
I've tried Betty.
Little
joke there, that's all.
Jeff, you went friend. So either you are taking home that $1,600, or your friend Julian here is taking everything. You went foe! We actually have to beat that because we can't say that on TV. Are you disappointed, Jeff?
Yeah, man. You know? What the... Dude, I trusted you.
Thank you, Quentin Tarantino.
I'm not gonna say. I'm gonna keep saying until I calm down.
Well, thank you for joining us. We'll see you next time on the game where knowledge can make you money, money can make you a friend or foe. Skippy.
I'm gonna be at the Improv in Las Vegas.
What on earth would you be doing there?
I'm into dominating women. If I could just hear you say, "Who's your mommy?" Just once.
Sclerotherapy is a treatment for what medical malady?
And I know this one, but I don't think Jennifer does.
I'm gonna have to say diabetes.
Is it diabetes? That is incorrect. The answer is varicose veins. She got you. You lose all of your money.
I don't have varicose veins yet. Maybe that's why Karen knew it.
Oh. This may be a lot more fun than we anticipated.
He doesn't like to cook. You don't like to cook.
She can't cook. No, let's clarify that.
Okay.
She can't cook.
I need to cook.
You do not know how to cook. No, let's rephrase that. You do not know how to cook.
I don't know how to cook, and I can tell anybody that I
Add a
don't know
little
how to
sugar
cook.
to your rice, and we got instant gummy bears.
You know, like,
I tried to teach her, but it's no good.
Why didn't you want to do it?
I didn't think it'd be too exciting laying there doing it in the mud.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, he didn't. He never tried to do it any time at all. In fact, he's the greatest lover in the book. When in the hell did he make a pass at me? Never made one pass.
I have to stop and
And
tell
that's the first date I've been on in my life that a man didn't make a pass at me.
Well,
At my age.
I must stop and tell my audience now that I am completely over my head. I want you to know.
I'm sure you are. You never made a pass.
When we come back, we're going to check out the steamier side of game shows when hosts and contestants get a little too friendly, if you know what I mean. How come nothing like that ever happens to me? How come?
Hey, welcome back to the most outrageous game show moments. You know, we've seen some wild stuff so far, but just take a look at these outrageous moments.
Triumph, we welcome you back in fine fashion.
Bergeron, I don't believe this place. It's all new.
Yeah.
It's a new set, a new logo. You've got a brand new beach in the center square. I got one question, though.
What?
Why the hell are you still here? Whose leg did you hump to keep this job?
How long have you known George here?
7 years.
Yeah. Now you are signing, I notice, and what does that tell us?
That means he's deaf.
If you hit a high note, will this glass break?
Anytime, Juliana, just give him a spin.
I love you. My darling.
10, 16, you did it. Will, wait. Will somebody tell my wife I'm not going to be home for dinner? Has anybody got a $500 bill? I got 160 is 100. $160? Hold it up. I want my money back.
You know, Chuck, you and I both know when you host a game show, you meet a lot of nice people. And sometimes the contestants just shower you with affection.
This is true. You know, when I was doing Love Connection, if you ever watched when I opened up and I introduced a woman and they would come out, I would always take both hands and put them out like this, and I'd walk backwards to the couch, never looking behind me, watching them all the time. But if a really cute girl came out, I would just kind of stand there and wait for her to jump on me, but sometimes they didn't do it when I was single anyway.
A little backstage story from Love Connection.
Well, you just never know when a little friendly affection is going to go from lukewarm to red hot, Bob. Take a look at these folks. They got lucky whether they were ready for it or not.
Why are you looking so solemn?
I was trying to think of an answer.
Oh, well, no. I've forgotten the question.
And here's a young lady over here. Would you stand, please? Let's make a deal. A very simple one. I'll give you $5 for a kiss. How's that?
Oh, you can keep the money. I'll take the kiss.
Gene?
Yeah.
I'd like to ask you why just the new girls on the block get the kiss. I'm a new girl. How come I don't get one?
That's one thing you forgot to tell us about you. Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
No. This is gonna be a straight kiss. No fancy stuff now. Yeah. All right. You're not gonna faint or anything.
Oh, God, no.
Oh, all right.
I'm sorry.
I'm Hildegard Province. I'm from Germany. And I'm actually here to touch your body. But let me touch your body. Let me touch your body. Ooh!
I'm the easiest host in town.
The challenge called the Santana Family. Hello, darling. Thank you. Thank you. Come here. So rude. Is that? Thank you, darling.
I love you.
Oh, I tell you honestly, we've been on the air, I think, a year and a half. That's the first time on those introductions I've ever gotten aroused.
Well, that's our show. Thank you. Thank you and welcome to whatever the name of this show is. I've had a wonderful time. I certainly hope you have.
That was very nice. It's nice to meet you. I don't even know your name, and somehow I feel I know you already.
When we come back, it's time for the best of the worst.
Oh, boy.
That's right. We're going to show you some of the dumbest game show answers of all time. So don't go away. We're going to come back 2 and 2. Welcome back to the most outrageous game show moments. Well, check out this game show classic, Bob.
What is that?
That is the actual microphone that Gene Rayburn used on all those classic episodes of the Match Game.
You know, what I was thinking about, though, it's impossible to count all of the dumb answers that Gene gathered with that microphone over the years.
You mean dumb answers like this next batch?
Unfortunately, that's exactly what I mean.
Take a look.
Name a piece of clothing wives buy for their husbands.
Halter tops.
Gentlemen, tell me, what is your favorite pasta?
Flat on my stomach, looking at the TV screen.
No.
Name a winter month.
September.
The law of what organization ends by stating that its members are brave, clean, and reverent?
Alcoholics Anonymous.
Boy Scouts.
Okay, then fingers on your buzzers. Who has recently released a biography named Somebody Someday? Just ask another question. Which hell-raising British band recently celebrated their 10th anniversary? What's the first letter of the alphabet? Name something a husband asks his wife to carry for him in her purse.
Sunglasses.
Sunglasses.
Condoms.
Honey, I know we're married, but would you mind carrying my condoms?
Gentlemen, what is the very last traditional Jewish favorite your wife prepared for you?
I haven't been Jewish in a long time.
Jewish? Hurry with your answer.
Chow mein.
Chow mein, yes.
Corn.
Corn. Okay, he said that it's just the top card, Rick, is really all I need this time, I think, is bagels, he said.
Bagels?
Yes.
What are bagels?
You can go ahead and tell her, Rick, what are bagels?
I don't know, I'm Mormon.
Is Billy Graham considered to be a good dresser?
No, but he's a terrific end table.
Name a real person who made a living scaring people.
Red skeleton.
That's great. The dreaded red skeleton!
Bachelor number 3. If you were to choose a girl in the same way that you would a stereo system, what would you look for?
I would go out and find a 300-watt receiver. Name a sport husbands and wives can play together, you said? Kickball! You know, you're not usually married in 3rd grade.
We surveyed 100 80-year-old men, and we asked them, do you think that rock star Madonna is sexy? Maury, what do you think?
I've seen maybe a couple times.
Yeah.
I don't even know what he does. Does he sing or dance or what? If I don't think he's sexy, I don't think a lot of men.
Maury, go to the record store, pick up an album, check it out.
Now, don't go away, because when we come back, it's time for the Outrageous Game Show Moments Hall of Fame.
But first, we got a little trivia question for you. Take a look at this photo over here. Can you guess the identity of this legendary game show host? Let me give you a little hint. Before hosting game shows, he was a rock and roll singer who had a top 40 hit. Got any ideas? You have any ideas?
No, but he's a good-looking devil, isn't he?
Yeah, looks like Brian Wilson, the Beach Boy. We'll tell you who it was when we return. Hey, welcome back to Most Outrageous Game Show Moments 5. You know, before the break, we showed you this picture. And we asked you if you could identify the famous celebrity. Figure out who it was? You're going to be surprised. None other than my buddy Chuck Woolery.
That was me.
You. I didn't know you were a singer before you were a host.
Actually, I was. It was a song called Naturally Stoned that I wrote. And it was 1968 that hit the top 40.
Oh, my gosh.
Well, as if that wasn't enough, we've actually saved the best for last.
You got it right, Chuck. Each time that we bring you another installment of the Most Outrageous Game Show Moments, we are bombarded with requests from viewers asking us to replay their favorite clips from the past shows.
And that's why we've created this special segment we call the Most Outrageous Game Show Moments Hall of Fame.
So here they are, folks, the outrageous classics that you asked for. Most of the electricity in our home flows from the blank to the what?
From the plug to the vibrator.
Name an article of clothing that children are always losing.
Their pants.
The price of a dozen roses.
$1.75.
Besides a bird, something in a bird cage.
Hamster.
A popular... Make a note of the show.
Number 2. One of my worst subjects is spelling. Could you tell me, how do you spell relief?
F-A-R-T.
What will your husband say is his favorite condiment?
Oh, I would say his pool table upstairs, definitely.
Annette?
I never heard that word before neither, so I said karate school.
Japanese brides used to shave something off at the time of their marriage. What?
Shave something off at the time of their marriage?
Traditionally.
It must be hair on some part of the body. I wonder where it could be. On the whole, I would say...
People, your time starts now.
A group of pill pushers?
That's the end of another great show, folks. I want to thank my good buddy Chuck Woolery. It's been fun, Chuck.
Oh, thanks, Bob. It's always great working with you.
Oh, we had such a good time. And we're going to see you next time for another installment of the most outrageous game show moments. Thanks for playing, everyone, and good night.
Night, everybody.